Hey, Pickles, good morning. I just got up. I turned it on. Got my coffee. Let's rock and roll.
Every August for 15 years, Cologne, Germany has hosted the world's definitive celebration of gaming. From stunning opening night live reveals and gameplay breakdowns to the biggest news from the industry's best.
Let's see what Xbox has to offer.
Millions of gamers worldwide with the Ultimate Games Convention. Welcome to Xbox at Gamescom.
There we go. Okay.
A war to end all wars. A war whose victor shall rule Norselia in our glorious entirety.
Not me too. I'm interested in the handheld. I want more information on Final Fantasy VII Remake. And that's it. Everything else we already know from yesterday's showcase and of course the summer showcase. That's basically it. I just want to know the price of the handheld and when Final Fantasy VII Remake will drop on Xbox. That's it.
This battle is but the first step on the path Lord Serenoa has laid before us. Let us take this first step together and rejoice.
Nothing. You are free of sin. Now behold my power.
To victory!
Not another step.
A battle to prove which of us is more fit to rule Norselia.
The new future is before us. But first, we must carve our way through.
Dude, if it shadow drops today, man,
Hello, Xbox fans.
boy, I will live stream it like I did with Final Fantasy 16.
Which you can actually play today. And that is just the tip of the iceberg because this is a huge year for Gamescom. We've got tons of great reveals, in-depth interviews, and first-look gameplay presentations. I'm Benny from the Xbox On team.
Dude, what happens if Hollow Knight drops today?
All event long, so you don't
Hollow Knight
miss out on
Silksong, what happened if that drops today?
First, let's head inside and catch up on all those big reveals from Opening Night Live.
Thanks so much, Benny. Charlie FX here.
Ooh!
I'm thrilled to be in Cologne, Germany.
Are they going to show more of the Ally?
Holding down the Xbox booth at the biggest gaming convention in the world. There is a ton of amazing stuff packed in the next 2 days, and we finally get to see gameplay for some of the year's most anticipated titles and catch a glimpse of gaming's future in the form of fresh reveals and some surprise drops.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. They say it was going to drop later.
Tons of new info on Keeper from Double Fine, a custom controller giveaway, what's next for World of Warcraft and Call of Duty, and a brand new adventure starring a certain roguish archaeologist with a whip. And that's just some of the stuff I was allowed to tease after I signed like 5,000 NDAs. But first up, let's go hands-on with the ROG Xbox Ally and the Ally X, the very first Xbox handhelds, and explore the wide world of Xbox Play Anywhere.
Drop the price!
Xbox Play Anywhere.
We want the price!
And access it across PC and Xbox consoles, including the Xbox Ally and Ally X. Even better, your progress travels with you, so you can bring all your saves, your add-ons, friends, and most delicious achievements along. So whether you're online on the convention floor waiting to play your favorite game, posted up here at the Xbox booth with your beloved Xbox On team, visiting our battle-ready neighbors at a very impressive Call of Duty Black Ops 7 booth, chilling with the Warcraft team over on the World of Warcraft Midnight booth, hanging with Asus at the ROG Ally all the way over in Hall 8, all the latest tech offerings from Samsung this year at Gamescom.
I heard that the Xbox Ally is a little bit bigger than the OLED Steam Deck. It's like a little bit, few inches bigger.
That revealed 6 new friends to travel the stars and the Dynasties of the East expansion for Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition also got announced, and they also revealed a release date, so you can start organising your troops on November 4th. Okay, we also find out about the massive new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle expansion, continuing Indy's investigation of the Ancient Order of Giants. Ancient Rome's biggest secret awakens September 4th. Excited for that one. After decades of supporting the Hayabusa clan, Raven Clan is finally taking center stage in Ninja Gaiden 4, which we saw an awesome new trailer for as well. And according to Team Ninja Bag, so we've got this. They have a
can't wait to play that one.
That will really shake up the story when it drops on October 21st. How very sneaky. As anticipated, we got a truly immersive look at Call of Duty Black Ops 7, releasing November 14th. The new game's got twisted environments, a campaign that supports 4-player co-op, zombies, Dead Ops Arcade, and even a new mode called Endgame to keep your squad busy for years to come. Really impressive stuff, that. So good. We also saw Blizzard storm through with the gorgeous and never-before-seen cinematic.
Man, I really thought they were going to bring that on console.
The ancient home of the Blood Elves is under threat.
Yeah. Yeah, Game Pass day one, man.
Plus, today we'll have even deeper looks at titles that were
Okay, those are the stuff that we're going to be hearing right now.
Dying Light the Beast and Lego Voyagers. And in a few hours, this very broadcast will play host to a special edition of the official Call of Duty podcast. But to get the party started, here comes all the latest details on the Xbox Ally, which has been so hotly anticipated ever since it was announced at the Xbox Games Showcase.
All right.
The vision around Xbox has really transformed.
Let's see what we get.
People playing on multiple devices, people playing anywhere.
We know what players want. They want a game on their own terms.
This was a number one request.
Right?
From fans. We're working in close partnership with Jesus on a brand new handheld called the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X.
I'm getting the black one, man. I'm getting the premium, the creme de la creme pickles.
It feels like we're finally hitting an inflection point now where I'm able to take the game that I'm playing on my beefy home PC gaming rig and take it with me on a portable device.
Big question a lot of players have.
The reason why I want to get this is because I do not want to turn on my TV when I get home from work. I want something that I just want to lay back and play for a little bit before I go to bed. And also, I want something for me to take with when I'm traveling. You know.
As frame rates rise and fall, variable refresh rate or VRR will deliver a consistent and fluid visual experience. Players can further fine-tune a variety of device settings in the
Yep,
center.
gaming on the bed. I miss those days, man. Because back then, like when I was a kid, you know, there were times I didn't want to turn on my TV and play on my PS2 or on my N64. I always been playing on my Game Boy Color or my Game Boy Advance SP.
When we talk about optimizing for handheld, it's less about stripping games down and more about ensuring playing the game on a handheld is as easy and effortless as possible. Games that run at 30 frames per second or above should perform well on this device tech. Games that hit 60 frames per second or above should perform great on this device tech. Games that haven't been tested yet will have a performance check not available yet label. As more games are tested, updated, and optimized for handheld, these labels will evolve over time.
This is about giving players a device with no obstacles to fun.
So that's cool.
It's making sure that it's going to work seamlessly with a controller. Are all menus and prompts working as intended? And are those UI elements
could just turn off. I know, or I could have just used the headset for on the TV like I always do, but you know, it's always nice to just lay back and just play.
On the Xbox home screen, you'll find a new handheld optimized channel that will curate these titles for players.
Oh.
We test on the Ally all the time as we're building Roblox. For a player, that means more immersion, better graphics, smoother animation. You get to play games the way they were built.
If you're playing Doom the Dark Ages on a PC or the console, you expect a photo response and fast action FPS experience.
On your Xbox Ally, Doom the Dark Ages will be every bit as fast and responsive as you'd expect.
One of the awesome things about PC is that there are so many places to get your games.
We think about having this unified game library and how it can bring your entire game collection together. And recently,
Oh, that's how it's gonna look like?
Game stores from Battle.net, the Epic Game Store, Ubisoft, Steam, GOG, or EA.
Okay.
Map that finds them and will show them in your game library.
Oh, there's even the internet browser. Oh, are they allowing us to use emulation on this?
Thing that sticks with me everywhere I go, creating a unified user experience.
You're going to see games you play on Xbox. If it's a PC native game, you're going to be able to play it right there. If it's a console only game, you're going to be able to stream it from the cloud. If you're down in the basement and you want to stream direct from your console that you've got upstairs, you're going to be able to do it.
I'm able to continue to experience the worlds and characters that I love anywhere that I want to play.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Literally have a device that can go with you everywhere.
Hey there everyone, I'm Henry and today I'm joined by Dom and Brianna from Xbox and Gabe from our friends at Asus who are going to tell us a whole lot more about the ROG Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, which are the very first handhelds giving Xbox fans the freedom to play anywhere. Thank you so much for being here and welcome to Cologne, guys. How you doing?
Thank you for having us. It's been busy getting everything ready.
Yeah.
We're super excited to be here.
Well, I gotta say, it's incredibly distracting having the Ally X in front of me. I want to just grab it and have a go, but why don't you tell us, why is Xbox making a handheld right now?
Handheld gaming felt like a really natural next step for Xbox. Being able to break out of the living room and play anywhere is so central to our vision of putting players at the center wherever and however you want to play. And we saw this wave of innovation happening in the handheld space from brands like Asus, and we knew that we could fuel that with so much more energy from Xbox. So we started talking to Asus. It became apparent like how much more we could do together. We share the same obsession with our players and our devices and gaming in general. And we just realized that by building a device together,
I know, right? It's gonna be funny. I mean, I'm glad that Xbox is now joining in the handheld market and partnering with someone that knows their stuff about how to optimize handheld gaming, for which Sony that flopped not once but twice on the handheld market, and people saying that Sony should get back in the handheld market. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for them. But for Xbox, they have a chance. They have a chance to really compete in the handheld market.
Xbox Ally features natural ergonomics, comfort, and user familiarity. These solid contoured grips, familiar with that Xbox control we all know and love. And so design starts with your hand, right? We think about our opposable thumbs and the really nimble fingertips that we have. These are the tools that we use to write, to pick things up, and definitely to play. And so when you think about the devices as they are in their current generation, it really rests into your palm, and you're using your.
I know it's not. It's a cloud device, just like the G Cloud device. And people say, "Oh no, it's a portable phone." Then it needs to be plain native, you know. For which this device will be native. Let you play your games offline, you know.
Taking a controller and splitting it in half and putting a panel inside. Really, that would cause you to flare out. So there's a subtle detail of how you kind of want to have it pull in and be natural. And those contoured feels and this natural feeling really helps with the overall weight distribution. And that means comfort when you play long on these devices. And so with the Xbox Ally series, you're going to be able to play longer and play comfortably.
It's cool that it has, you know, the grips, unlike the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch.
So then you're able to feel everything and be part of the game and immersive inside. And
I know, which is the funny part. And plus, there's like an Xbox version of it, of the G Cloud.
So like fully fledged, very well optimized for gaming, which is why I need to ask, how is the Windows experience been optimized for gaming, which is primarily what we want to do with an Ally?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been a huge collaboration between Asus, Xbox, and Windows. And so we really thought about what makes playing on Xbox so unique and how can we bring those elements And that really led to, from my perspective, 3 big features. The first one is the Xbox full screen experience. The Xbox full screen experience is extremely tailored for the handheld device for controller navigation. And right from the moment you turn on the Xbox Ally or the Xbox Ally X, you launch directly into this Xbox full screen experience. But what's even more interesting about what's happening here is not just the experience itself, but what's not happening. We've collaborated really deeply with Windows to defer a bunch of processes that aren't required for gaming. So that means your desktop, the taskbar, all of these things aren't loaded when you move to full screen experience, giving all that memory back to your games. The second feature is the aggregated library.
Oh, really?
With Windows, we know that our players have catalogs of games that span across different storefronts. We want to bring your full library together in one place in the aggregated library so you can see all of your installed games from different storefronts. This makes it super easy to launch your games, kind of stay in that Xbox full screen experience for more of your experience, and just really experience the full value of the device. The third feature that we really invested deeply in is the Play Anywhere feature. So Xbox Play Anywhere has been a program for a long time, but we've really been investing in it so deeply, and there's now over 1,000 games that support Xbox Play Anywhere. For your Xbox Play Anywhere games, you can bring your progress, your saves, your achievements from your Xbox console or your Windows PC to your Xbox Ally, just again making that really so seamless. And again, we have a huge roadmap of improvements we're working on together and with the Windows team. So it's really exciting, and I think there's going to be so much more to share, and we're always listening to feedback. But these 3 features to me are what make the Xbox Ally so special.
So ergonomics, they're locked in. We've also got just a lightweight Windows, primed and ready for gaming. Gabe, tell us a bit about the horsepower behind it and the partnership you've got with AMD.
I'd like to tell us the price.
Absolutely. We're really pushing the boundaries of silicon with this device. Efficiency is the Xbox Ally superpower. These class of processors are tuned specifically for handhelds. I'm super excited to talk about what's in the Xbox Ally X. It hosts the Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme. We've taken the
And I called that chip out.
market and added MPU. That means you're ready for new frontiers in local AI gaming while having the best efficiency possible on these new amazing generational changes with the Z2 Extreme.
I know. We want the price.
We have the Z2A, the first time a handheld processor of this type has been productized for Windows. So that means amazing performance from 15 to 20 watts. Again, efficiency is the superpower. And so for that part, I would say we also can include AMD's fluid motion frames. AMD's fluid motion frames bring smoothness and additional frames to allow you to enjoy that wonderful gameplay that's available for thousands of games and only on Windows. Lastly, I would say we're going to bring the power of AI to our devices. So for both the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, you'll be able to have Copilot for gaming, a game guide you can call from the Xbox menu that assists you while you play.
It's all super exciting. Brianna, I don't think we should keep waiting any longer. Why don't we take a look at how the Xbox Ally X works? And I think we should get a camera in here as well so that people at home can definitely take a look. But show me how you turn on one of these things.
Yeah, so one thing that's great is there's a fingerprint reader on the power button. But as Don mentioned, we made a lot of improvements in Windows to help add gamepad navigation across the device. So I can press A to dismiss the lock screen, and I can navigate all elements that I would expect to with a gamepad. One of the features I really love is that we've added gamepad indicators to the pin pad. So if you're familiar with them on console, you'll be able to enter your pin or have your own kind of combination that you would have to
Password. Just say password.
You can also do directional navigation. We really want to give them flexibility to the player how they want to get into their gaming session.
Cool.
So
I'm not going to peek at your pin.
no one's going to look like the pin in it.
I'll get my own later. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly put in a pin for this device, and you'll boot right into the Xbox app.
Cool. What's the first thing we're kind of seeing here?
Yeah, this is that Xbox full screen experience that we've talked about.
Okay, so this is the UI.
Really
We're on the
good
Xbox
gamepad
app.
navigation
Okay.
for the handheld screen, and again, it doesn't even load those processes that aren't required for gaming. In some of our initial estimates, this shows an estimated 2 gigabytes of savings in memory, which can all go back to your games, which means faster startup times and less idle power drawn.
Absolutely. I mean, that was super snappy just to get into that.
Yeah.
Super cool. And I've got to say, big compliments on the library that I can already see. Like when you run us through a bit of this experience.
Yeah. One of the buttons that we've added on this device is a library button, so you can push that, and it'll take you right to your library.
Okay.
Dom
That's
mentioned about
faster.
the aggregated library. You'll see these new indicators across the thing. So, hey, these are my games from the Game Pass entitlement. These are the ones installed from other storefronts. And we really want to make sure that when people play a game in the library, they know what save you're doing it. You might be like me and you own the same game across multiple storefronts. Your save files
Yeah,
are
I'm
so
very
important.
guilty of that.
Yeah, and so you want to make sure that when you launch your game, you know where it's coming from, and you're able to kind of get that jump back and where you expect.
Amazing. Can you launch up a game for us? Something else that you choose?
Yeah, so let's launch up Gears of War.
Good.
You can see that the bootloader that we have launches full screen. That really takes you to kind of that immersive experience, so you're not seeing those desktop elements that Don mentioned previously.
Very cool. Because there's something I use at home on my desktop, which is Kickbox. I use it to access my screenshots. I use it to access all of my friends lists, party chat.
Yeah.
We have a little look at that. How does that operate on the Ally?
Yeah. So one of the main differences between the original Ally and the Xbox Ally is now there's an Xbox button on the device, and so by pressing it, you quickly bring up Game Bar. And this is the optimized view that we shipped last year called Compact Mode. That takes that same widget model that we had before that's completely extensible, but it puts it in a more streamlined, optimized form for these handheld devices. So it lets you quickly get access to device settings, and most importantly, Command Center.
Nice.
So instead of having multiple overlays that you're juggling, it's all in one overlay, and it's all in Game Bar, and so you can get access to some of those awesome AMD features as well as the Asus features that you've been known for before, to be able to navigate those and adjust those kind of performance settings on the fly.
As a person who is already a multi-device user, it does instantly feel quite familiar as well. Like across my console or my PC, I'm kind of getting this very fluid and connected system. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So we can jump back into Gears of War, but we know this is a fully fledged Windows device.
Yes.
What else can you do with it? Are there other apps that I can use?
Yeah, so one of my favorite features is we've added a new custom task switching view. So by long pressing on the Xbox button, you'll get this new experience where you can quickly buffer between existing applications as well as go to the Windows desktop if you need to kind of.
So technically, it's like quick resume.
Easily, and it really kind of makes it feel fast and fluid. And so if you're using Discord or getting a little hit and edge, you can quickly buffer between them and then go back to your game really smoothly.
So it's like quick resume.
Dom, is there anything else you'd like to add as well to what we're saying?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this is really our Xbox experience reimagined for handheld gaming. Built in collaboration with Asus, Windows, Xbox, and allows you to have that full immersion and effortless play. But really, games are at the heart of what makes a great Xbox experience, and that's why we're developing a new program called the Handheld Compatibility Program. And this will help you really easily understand what games play well on your device across things like text, controller navigation. And so we're really excited to announce this program and work very closely with our developer partners on it as well to help you have the best possible gaming experience.
Oh wow! Okay. So any game that is not, doesn't have that.
This is gonna be awesome.
Okay, self-song. So there's gonna be a list of games that are gonna have that handheld optimization logo. That's cool. Of course.
So now that you've seen what the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X can do, I bet you want to know when you can get your own.
I know, right?
Granted,
We want the price.
Is there anything you can tell us on that front?
Yeah, I'm excited to share that the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X will be available worldwide October 16th.
Oh, October 16th. It's funny. It's because that's my mom's birthday.
Stick around for the latest on Rogue, Prince of Persia, and so much more as Xbox at Gamescom 2025 continues.
No price. Where's the price? At least we got the date. Let me see. When does October 16th start? It's on a Thursday. It's on a Thursday. October 16th is on a Thursday. Okay. Huh.
You might think that the Rogue Prince of Persia is just another 2D action roguelike, and you'd be wrong.
Nah, no price.
You have deadly weapons, powerful abilities, and game-breaking builds, but what makes it different? I'm going to tell you. This.
Maybe they'll say something in the articles later after the show. At least we got a release date. You know.
And that war run, that is the first of its kind in the 2D game. Every fight is a chance to move with style. You're not just swinging a sword, you're fighting with everything. Kick enemies into traps or into each other. Vault to dodge attacks. Wall run over hazards. Dive to stun. Boot rocks and arrows into the faces of your foes. It's like playing a Jackie Chan movie as the Prince of Persia. This is acrobatic and environmental combat that rewards creativity and looks damn good doing it. The story holds more surprises. The prince must live the same day over and over, searching for a way to stop an enemy invasion that his actions have triggered. You must learn from each run, discovering how to save key characters and family members and bringing them to the oasis outside of the time loop to unlock new biomes, items, and story beats. Only by exploring the entire city, from the depths of the mines to the top of the lighthouse, will you find the one path that will give you the chance to change the fate of Persia. And the soundtrack? Woo! An unheard of combination of traditional Persian instruments fused with modern trap. It drives you forward. Every run has a rhythm, every fight has a beat, and we guarantee you'll be listening to it when you're not even playing. So there you have it. The Rogue Prince of Persia offers a unique combination of 2D war running, environmental combat, a branching narrative, and a pulsating soundtrack, on top of all the usual tasty roguelike ingredients. This is a roguelike with rhythm, flow, and style.
The Prince of Persia is going rogue, known for those smooth acrobatic wall runs and intense boss fights set against an inspired vibrant Persian-inspired landscape. It's clear why it's the most anticipated action platformer roguelite of the year. And here to tell us more from Evil Empire Artistic Director Dylan Early and Marketing Manager Matthew Houghton. Gentlemen, welcome. Now, first thing, thanks so much for joining us. And I've got to ask, was that what we saw in the back of that trailer? Did I see what I think I saw?
I think so, yeah.
Which one of you would like to reveal it?
Basically, the game is out now on Game Pass.
Oh, it's out now?
Yeah, that's cool.
Right, and also,
Okay.
like, for those who don't know as well, this game reinvents a classic franchise, and in the past, you've worked on games like Dead Cells, Evil Empire, fantastic DLC like Castlevania. How has it been taking a beloved franchise like Prince of Persia and kind of bringing a new genre to the mix?
But it's kind of like, it's tough and great at the same time, because obviously, like, we've got a lot of fans of the franchise in the team. Like, people who played Sands of Time, even people who played like the original back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And so there's like that pressure to take this franchise into a different direction. But it's great because it actually gives us something like to really focus on. Like, we knew like acrobatic combat, we wanted the wall run, we wanted this like real Persian-inspired vibes. So that helps kind of like keep us on the right path, or integrating our like 2D action knowledge to make something which we think is unique.
I think I'm gonna try this out since it's out now.
We've been having the game on early access recently, but for those that haven't been able to play early access, what can people expect when they hop on to Rover Persia?
So yeah, basically you can expect 2D action roguelike with kind of acrobatic combat mixed with a wall run, which we think is unique in a 2D game. So basically you have a whole moveset on top of that. So you've got a kick, a vault, a dive attack. So basically you're going to be flowing through traversal into combat and back again. And there's also like a branching narrative behind that as well.
Yeah, nice. And also, you've been asked, you've had early access for a bit now, and you've been asking for loads of feedback from players. What's been some of the ones that has like kind of been the most surprising or inspired bits of feedback that you've taken on board?
Well, we've gotten tons of feedback from players, especially from the guys we have on Discord. We have like a very supportive and dedicated community of players there. And it's almost day-to-day talking with them. It's like they are part of the team. So we just work with them as if they were part of the development, you know. And so one guy, Opelit, is making the wiki for the game. Yeah. It's super detailed, even more detailed than what we have in the studio, you know. But these guys, they know the game by heart. And so it's so cool to work with them. And another one called Andrew is a super fan. And a good anecdote is that he had a baby during the production of the game. Yeah. And so we celebrated it. I did a sketch of the prince with the baby.
Man, I wish they would like remake the older Prince of Persia games.
I want to thank them.
Those games I really enjoy.
It was great.
I think that's one of my favorite things these days as well, is how much the community can get involved in games now and like kind of give feedback and kind of work directly with the studios. Something we really had in the past.
Yeah, that's something truly unique. And like the instantaneity of it is awesome because you can just ask a question, brainstorm an idea about like game design or whatever, and they would like answer directly.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Now, also, one thing, a lot of fans have been asking about the story of Rogue Prince of Persia and how it's going to evolve over time. You got a bit more into that?
Yeah, so basically the story, you basically start off and you kind of accidentally trigger an invasion of Persia, and then you've kind of got to figure out a way by going into the city each day and trying to find clues, and then by finding the clues, you unlock biomes, and you have to like take an item and do something with it, then unlock something else, find the character who then tells you somewhere else you can go. So it's basically kind of a puzzle in real time as you go through each run to find the one true way to finally save Persia and rectify your mistake.
And like you said about clues, right? Something that we will expect, hidden elements in the game. Are there some of those for us to find?
Yeah, there's definitely hidden rooms where, you know, like you find characters and stuff. I'm trying to think back to an example, but definitely you find the Dade, that's like hidden stuff. But it's Prince of Persia, there's still these hidden rooms.
I was hoping so, because I love the old games as well. And play's been like one of the most things as well. When you look at the game, first of all, the visuals. It is visually stunning, the comic book style, and like you obviously massively behind this. Could you go a bit more into what inspired you and how you kind of worked on the design of the game?
For sure. So we wanted the game to have a unique look, like something that would not have been made before. And so since it's a very 2D game, we wanted to embrace that aspect and have something very graphic with these patterns, the borders, and everything is. So it's inspired by the Persian miniatures, which are art from like back in the days in the ancient Persia, and this would be very graphical images painted by hand. And so we tried to incorporate some of these elements in the art direction of the game. And the other inspiration is the French comic books. Yeah, so we really wanted to have some of this in the game because in the art team we are big comic book lovers. And because we wanted to be super like innovative, we used Moebius as a reference because nobody does that in the games. No, yeah, but he's a great artist, so he was one of the main references.
And also, you mentioned Discord earlier as well. Do you like take any fan-inspired feedback on some of the art that you use in the game?
For sure. We had some fun contests on the Discord. And so, for example, we had a skin contest at some point, and player would like draw whatever crazy type of prince costume, and so we had like a voting for the favorite skins, and I think 8 or 9 of them ended up in the game.
That's amazing.
So that's great.
I must say, I can already see though how much you kind of work with your community already, and if there's anyone else who wants to get involved, are they able to do that as well?
You mean the players?
Yeah, like the players get involved to give feedback.
Yeah, for sure. Like in the game design, we changed tons of stuff. Like for instance, we have this medallion system, which in the beginning was a bit too complex, and so we worked with the community to make it simpler to understand, but also more fun to like right when you play, you understand how it works. So we iterated a lot of like game design elements.
Yeah, along the game design as well, you did a major art revision for the game as well from when you started. You so much so you made a mini documentary about how that happened. How was that?
That was a long walk. So, long story short, when we released in early access, we knew we were going with a bold and unique look, and we knew not everybody would love it. But we got a lot of feedback from players that did not like so much the art direction. So we tried to take that as a feedback, just as if it was gameplay.
Yeah.
Why not rework the art, So we did a lot of polishing, and we changed some of the color. The prince was purple in the beginning. He's not purple anymore. That's a long story. But yeah, we tried to make something that player would like more. And so this was like, big rework.
I think it's one of the first things anyone.
I'm looking everywhere
so vibrant and
on the internet right now on the phone about the Xbox Ally and the Ally X.
Favorite pieces that you worked on in the game?
If they have already dropped the price.
I mean,
you know how Xbox is.
As we could in the biomes that you are going through. So each biome has a very unique color palette. I think the final one, the Palace, the one that's going to be released in the 1.0, is the best one because it's the last one that we made, and we put a lot of love in this because it's the final objective of the game, and it's really nice, I think.
I think we've also, you talked about all the different biomes that are available. We've got to talk, how do you work on kind of making those beautiful backgrounds?
Nothing on retail.
And then the kind of the combat gameplay. It must be kind of difficult to manage.
That's a challenge for sure because the gameplay is very fast-paced, and the traversal is challenging. So you have to be able to read everything very quickly. So we try to have something that is very simple, yet tells a story. So whenever we can, we have rooms in the game that tell like environmental storytelling, but it's not during the combat phases. So it's a subtle balance between readable gameplay and background that tells a story. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So especially, is it like clear when there's like a hidden room or something like that? You can smash the pots or kind of work your way through.
There is some of this, some secrets in the game.
Now, also we've got to talk about the color palette and lighting. They're being widely praised by players in early access, right? How did you approach making the game like visually distinct from previous Prince of Persia games?
That's a tough question. I mean, I talked about the inspirations already. So these two, like the Persian miniatures and the French comic book, we tried to combine that into a unique look that when you see it as a thumbnail, you instantly recognize it.
Well, what I found right now that there are rumors circling that the price for the Xbox Ally and the Ally X have here that the white one, the Xbox Ally is gonna be $550, so $549.99 after tax. No, before tax, and then the Ally X supposedly is gonna be $899 before tax. I mean, the first original Ally X is indeed around that price. I mean, I'm looking at it right here on the article of the Gamer Insider Gaming. You know, like I found it like right here. It says it has the price.
I mean, go play the game now. It sounds, I mean,
Yeah, I know, but again, it's rumored, so we don't know yet. But if it is that price, I mean it's a PC handheld. I mean, either way, I'm still gonna get it regardless. Um, yeah, I'll definitely drop the $900 plus tax. You know, so I'll get it regardless because I want this device. Oh, tactics.
This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once.
Time to prove myself.
Oh man, I remember playing that game on the Game Boy Advance.
Ambush. This time grows awfully about it. Nothing can stop. Let's finish him. On my honor. Good choice. This is awesome. Feel my love.
Embrace the inevitable end. Judgment Day!
Bring sinners to account. For what?
Nice. Definitely picking that game up. I need to finish Indiana Jones. I really need to finish Indiana Jones since I'm done with Final Fantasy 16. I can go back on playing that game.
Fierce warrior. Fought in the siege of Antioch, 1097 AD. Very tall. Giant.
Pope Paul IV had an item of this crusader in his possession, his helmet.
I'll tell you what. I say that one and I'll do the exact things I found. Sound good?
Giant garbage.
Root snow. Why you bring that in? Worship by the Mithras cult.
I can't believe you dare to investigate this.
Impressive. Very snake.
Yeah, more Indiana Jones, even though we already saw it.
Always living. Dead. He's not in a tomb.
Don't get me wrong, it looks interesting.
Well, you just caught the trailers for Final Fantasy Tactics and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Order of Giants, which we'll be taking an even closer look at in a little bit of time. But now it's time to dive into a game that hits a little closer to home as we learn all about the big bosses, bigger biomes, and brand new big buggies coming to a park near you in Grounded 2. We've got Chris Parker and Justin Vasquez here from Obsidian and Eidos to break it down into very small, teeny, tiny parts. I mean, they say good things come in small packages, so thank you so much for helping me unwrap these presents today, guys. How are you today?
I want to play Grounded too.
Well, thank you for having us here. We're very excited to be here to talk about the game.
Yeah, doing great.
We should get Games to play it. He might say, "Oh, this is boring."
Since it launched now a month ago into early access. So
I mean, I get it. There are sometimes the modern gaming is not that great.
It's been an incredible experience. We're so blessed to have such an amazing community around Grounded 2. Everyone just reacted so well to the announcement and the fact that the game was coming to them so quickly. And seeing the game in players' hands now, everything that they're doing with it, all the fun they're having with buggies, all the fun they're having in the park, all the different builds that they're making and breaking, and all the great feedback we're getting, it's just getting us super excited and really focused on how we can make the best Grounded 2 possible with our community.
I love that. Chris, have you been having a good time with it as well?
Yeah, it really is.
So excited.
That's why I like playing the Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the Mega Man X collection,
something that the community's gonna love. And they already
any other retro games that landed on the modern consoles today. It's a lot of fun playing those games again. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't know exactly. You can hope, but until they've actually sort of tasted that meal, you don't know how it's gonna go. And so we went out there. People are super excited about it. They have tons of stuff to say and tons of great ideas, and we love that. And it's just been really exciting.
Amazing. Well, I've tasted it and I've really enjoyed it as well. We've been digging in a lot. It's been so much fun. And obviously you mentioned Buggy's one of the big new additions in Grounded 2. And how has community feedback helped improve and expand that kind of area of the game for you guys?
That's a really good question. For us, the buggies were such an important feature to bring to life because it was the #1 requested feature from Grounded 1.
Yeah.
And so it was a big reason why we wanted to do a sequel in the first place, because we knew to do the buggies properly, we'd have to build a whole world from the ground up to support them and to really make them shine.
Wow, okay.
And so for us, it was a question of the balance of how much of this feature do we want to develop and solidify to make it a full experience and to really show the potential of the feature, but not go so far that we don't get the community's feedback. And so we feel like we found that balance with our Red Soldier and our Orb Weaver buggies, and now seeing how players are playing with them, what they're doing with it, and what they're asking for, not just for those buggies, but for future buggies, is really giving us a lot of clarity on where we want to bring the feature, how we want to fulfill its potential, and of course, what exciting new buggies we're going to be introducing in the future.
Yeah, there's so many aspects to buggies. Like Justin said, we kind of went for the minimum approach and said, let's see what the community has to say about these. We have all of our own ideas that we're like, these are great ideas, but let's see what the community says first, and then we can kind of hone in on that stuff and help that really guide the future of buggies, whether that be with customization or progression, or even what sort of new buggies we might introduce in the world.
And what's been really great is seeing everybody's feedback. A lot of it is very much in line with where we wanted to go.
Absolutely in line.
Yeah.
Almost all of it's been stuff that we've talked about.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Especially, we look at what the community feedback says.
I mean, this is like Fallout 76, but kid friendly.
And the things that they reacted to the most are things that were like, yes.
Yes, that's what we want to do.
This sounds great.
So not only does it confirm our belief that this feature has so much potential, it's really nice to see how aligned we are with our community. And it really feels like we're all one big team trying to make the best Grounded 2 together.
One big colony. That's
Yeah.
That's
I totally missed that.
Don't worry, I got it.
I really want to play Fallout 76 with people.
It's a Red Soldier, and haven't got to Orb Weaver just yet. We're taking our time, which is a very UK insular joke, but that is fine for you. But have you guys got any buggy names that you're particularly proud of? Any good puns that you've heard?
I've got one on my sleeve, you, Chris?
Well, no, the favorite one that we always fight around the studio right now is Stinky. I don't know why. Yeah, when we start up a co-op game for the first time, everybody goes and makes their buggy real quick together, and then whoever names their buggy Stinky first is the one that
I always
Stinky?
Banderas, because you get the double hand pun there.
Double anthem.
And also just because I like to think of my red ant as this like charming, roguish like going on an adventure with. So Antonio Banderas.
That's beautiful.
That's funny.
That's beautiful. We have another first in Grounded 2 with our classes. So, I mean, we were chatting a little bit behind the scenes about, I've been loving the mage class personally, but what has been the most exciting developments from either seeing a lot of players get to grips with these classes or from the team themselves?
I mean, when we set out developing archetypes, they were really about just helping players understand how do I best equip my character for whatever it is I'm trying to do today, right? You're not locked into being a mage for the whole game. You could be a mage one night and then switch over to a ranger or a rogue or whatever. You want to be a sword and board fighter, do that. But let's have the interface help you out, help you sort of like min-max easily into that play style. And to be perfectly honest, I thought this was just like a kind of a nice little quality of life add to the game. And the players love it. Like they think it's fantastic, and they want to know, hey, what are the next ones going to be? What equipment that's going to be added so that we can further develop this particular archetype. And that's been really surprising and also super encouraging and exciting for me, just to see that people love this. Something that I thought was pretty small, something that actually IDOS actually championed in the first place, and everybody loves it. It's great. It's been really positive reception.
From our point of view, it felt like a natural extension of what Grounded was already doing, and what made Grounded special as a survival game was a really rich RPG fighting system. And to speak to what Chris is saying, that's also the shared DNA between Obsidian and Eidos Montreal, is that love for both RPG mechanics and progression and player choice. And so this felt like a natural extension of us working together, us collaborating. And to see it in players' hands, not only them finding really cool ways to break the builds and push them to really cool limits, like the dual wielding rogue that can one shot even our biggest toughest foes.
Yeah.
But on top of that, seeing them use the builds in really creative, unique ways that, like you said, speak to their play style. And you're not locked into anything. If you want to be a mage that whips out a sword and a board, you can do that. If you want to be a ranged who is still packing a mallet, you can do that as well. And so we really want the players to express themselves however they want, and we want to get their feedback so that we can find new ways to help them express themselves over the early access of this game.
Love that. I mean, with new classes, we've also got some new bugs as well in Grounded 2. How has that been for putting those into the game, implementing them, and how has the community received some of the new ones, like our new scorpions, our caterpillars, etc.? Are there any fan favorites that you've seen emerge?
I don't know about favorites, but I mean, I think all of them have been really well received, but like for different reasons, of course. So like, we've got a ton of feedback from folks who are like, man, the caterpillars are so sweet and they're beautiful, and I have to kill them. Why have you done it? Why have you ruined my life and blackened my soul with this? And then, another example is this cockroaches, where they're like, I can't deal with cockroaches. Why have you put this in the game? This is when you're like, oh, well, we put it in there to be gross. That's why it's there. It's serving its purpose. But the reception to those has been really fun, very exciting.
And on the other side, what was nice for us is when we first started talking about what creatures we wanted to bring to Grounded 2, I think it was universal. Everyone was like, we need something that is on the same level of terrifying as the wolf spider from Grounded 1. And the number one contender was the scorpion. And it was a huge request from the community for a long time. And being able to bring that to life, but in a way that does justice with being this terrifying predator coming after you, and seeing all these reaction videos online of people in their camps being, hunted by the scorpion popping out, them freaking out, trying to hide, like this thing is coming after me. It's so rewarding to be able to traumatize a whole new group of players in interesting ways.
Yeah, you guys have a lot to answer for making me kill the sweet caterpillars and the butterflies, and then also the horrendous night terrors I've had for the scorpions. So yeah, we'll talk afterwards. But speaking of foes and new enemies, here we have a new boss to look forward to as well. So can you tell me what this new boss is and why you guys are excited for players to take it on?
Happy to. So our new boss is a giant tarantula named Axel, who has gotten loose in the park. And this is what we're calling our first park boss. And in Grounded 1, there were these really cool backyard bosses, the brood mother, the mantis, and these were all really giant, terrifying foes. And so we knew we wanted to keep up that tradition. Yeah, look at this thing; it's terrifying. We wanted to keep up that tradition, but because now you're riding buggies, what's giant and terrifying and monstrous has to scale in proportion to that. And so we really wanted to nail that primal feature creature, terrifying experience for players. And again, it was just the clear first choice for us was we have to bring that fantasy of the tarantula to life. That's where Axel was born.
And then we have to look at scale. I mean, it is, I don't even know if you can tell from the footage we just showed how immensely huge.
Let me check the list again for day one.
The character in that footage is riding around on its own orb weaver spider, and the orb weaver looks teeny tiny compared to the tarantula. It's about 3 times bigger than a wolf spider, which is one of the largest creatures in Grounded 1.
I think it's about 16 times bigger than the player. So
yeah,
it's pretty massive.
It's massive. It's absolutely huge, and we think players will have a lot of fun with it. It's got its own arena. It's got its own recipe and things that you've got to do in order to summon it and bring it in. But we think it's a pretty exciting boss.
Yeah, it looks huge and terrifying for sure. How did you guys land on the name Axel? That's so cute for one. You guys think it's a pet tarantula as well that someone just fired. Oh no.
So one of the best things about our franchise is
it's set in
the 90s. This one's set in 1992, and so there's all this nostalgia around that era that means a lot to all of us. And Axel is actually a reference to Home Alone. In Home Alone, the older brother has a tarantula called Axel that gets loose, and so that's our little Easter egg.
Yeah. I love that. I love that it makes sense in the world of Grounded 2, but also it's just a sick callback to real world movies and stuff.
There's a couple of more Home Alone references in the game, so around Axel. So I can't wait to see if the community catches them all.
Love it. Yeah. Well, let's get back to this big boss Axel, because I would love to hear some tips from you guys about taking him on. I'm terrified already, and I'm hoping I don't have to do it alone. But yeah, do you have any tips for players on taking them down?
Well, I mean, with any basically.
Well, so far I checked even on the Xbox website, they did drop the technicalities of both allies, but still no price yet. No price yet. But if the prices that I have seen from the Insider Gaming, that article said about the price. If it is true about the ally being $549.99, and then the black one, the Xbox Ally X, will be $899. I think that's fine, because the original allies that are still priced that way, I can see this one being that price. So if it's true, then that's fine. I'm gonna get it regardless. So yeah.
Hey, you want to take it on alone? Go for it. Become the stuff of YouTube and Twitch legend. But
oh man, that's a big spider. I hate spiders.
Bring your orb weaver buggy. It will come in handy immensely. The fight was designed with that in mind, and we had a lot of fun figuring out what makes fighting a giant creature on another giant creature a fun and unique experience. So we really hope that the players will get a kick out of the rounded style massive boss fight, but now on their own impressive buggy mounts.
Nice. I can't wait to try it myself and die multiple times, no doubt. Very good. And Parker, you mentioned that there's some, obviously our favorite thing about Grounded is getting the loot. My favorite thing is going and analyzing everything, breaking it down. Can you tell us a little bit about the spoils that we can expect from the tarantula? Is there going to be some pieces in particular?
Absolutely. So a couple that spring to mind is there is an absolutely, as you would expect, massive bow that you can craft. It's sort of ridiculously large, but that's what makes it sort of charming. Is that like you made it out of the biggest creature that's been in the yard so far, so it is ridiculously large. You can make yourself a new fancy chest to adorn your base that holds a little bit more stuff, as I recall it correctly. As of course, again, fashioned out of axle pieces. You can even make yourself a cool little throne. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. So,
That's the one that I'm most in love with, and I can't wait to see how the community reacts to that, because it is a significantly impressive throw for a significantly impressive boss.
Yeah, big spider king throne. That sounds great. I can't wait to see it. I hope it's fuzzy as well. The colors on it look so sick. I mean, I'm imagining your guys' offices are kind of just, you just have tarantulas kind of like lying around or any bugs and stuff. Like, that would be kind of fun.
Our art director makes these massive, mood boards. Whenever we have a new insect, it's just like a wall of terrors. And we're like, okay, which of these is the most interesting terror to bring to life? And so when we were working on Axel, it was just all of these different tarantulas. We're looking at them going, I didn't even know tarantulas came in those colors.
Yeah. Your dreams must be haunted, but also on top of the new boss and the new tarantula, I hear we've got a new biome on the horizon as well for winter. Could you tell me a little bit about what we can expect to explore there?
Absolutely. For our winter update, we're going to be introducing our first new biome in the park. It's our garden biome. And what's really exciting about it is that the park allows us to explore areas that are really a good mix of human crafted, handcrafted areas as well as the more natural, organic areas. And so the idea of a community garden was very appealing for exactly that reason. And so we get to see, our pumpkin patch or a vegetable garden or a greenhouse. These all feel very organic and very wild and very grounded, but have this new layer to it of, no, this was carefully cultivated by humans to be laid out in a specific way. And so that gives us the opportunity to do things from a level design and experience design wise that couldn't be done in Grounded 1, can only be done because of the park. Chris, do you want to?
Yeah, no, 100%. You pretty much nailed everything there.
Man, this is such a long interview.
Giant pumpkins. The greenhouse gives us the opportunity to make a very humid environment, which is something that we have not had before. I think we have with the vegetable garden, we're doing some interesting things there that almost turn it into sort of like a hedge maze experience. Like, there's a lot of things that we're doing that I think are really fun, and and this was all sort of planned in our heads, at least loosely, from the beginning, where let's nail all the foundational stuff with our first early access release and make sure that all of those pieces are there, and then we can do some more experimental stuff. And so when we get to, after we have the tarantula update in the fall, our winter update is going to be this first big one where we've got some new biomes and a lot of new stuff, new insects, of course, more equipment, all kinds of things on the horizon that we're really geeked up about.
Yeah, lots to look forward to there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, is there anything else that you want to share with us just now, right around the corner for Grounded 2, that we can look forward to?
Well, I think there's two things. If you look at our roadmap, you can see that with the garden biome, we'll be introducing our first new buggy, which is the ladybug.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that. We think she's going to bring something unique and fun to the players. And, in general, if the community wants to get excited about what it is that we're doing, the roadmap is a good place to go check out everything we have in mind. And, we want to hear people's feedback. We want them to join us.
We want them to help sort of help mold what it is that we're planning to do right now. Like right now, we have a very loose idea of all the things that we think would be super exciting, that would be great to add into the game. But you know what? This is a journey that we want to take with the community. And so, our roadmap is our sharing. This is what we think right now. We want you to come now share with us what you think would be cool and exciting and great for Grounded 2.
I love that. I mean, I'm really excited to think of some new names, I guess, for this Ladybird environment as well. If you guys had to have one in real life, what do you think you would have for a real life buggy? A Red Soldier and the Orb Weaver, or the new Ladybird?
I would definitely take the Red Ant Soldier. The reason why, at least right now, it can kind of do everything, which is fantastic. And it can harvest, it can build, it can fight, it goes really fast. It seems really cute when I pet it, even though it's terrifying. So like everything about it is like really great. Like Orb Weaver's cool too, but it's still maybe a little too terrifying for me.
You don't see that parking that in your driveway.
Yeah, I'm still not down with that. So we'll see. We'll see as other ones come online. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Yeah, I totally get the appeal of the Red Soldier, and it's got that like off-road ATV feel to it. That dirt bike that you can kind of take out anywhere.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest, right now I'm leaning towards the Ladybug. Maybe it's because it's new and exciting, but honestly, because as a player of Grounded 1, that was the one that I wanted to ride the most, and often would just by jumping on it and letting it get around. I fantasized about riding this wild creature around the backyard. So being able to bring that to life in the park, it not gonna lie, it's super satisfying.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Can't wait for the community to get that dream come true.
I bet. Oh, well, I mean, we've spoken a lot about community, and it just feels like so clear you guys are so synced up with them. You're listening to the players all the time, but how has both of your teams kind of created tools for players of Grounded 2 to be part of this collaboration, or how can people watching at home kind of get involved with the feedback process too?
Yeah, I mean, we're up on pretty much every social media platform out there. The primary one is Discord. The Grounded game is up on Discord, and we have a great community up there. That's also one of the places where it's easiest for people to go look what does everybody else in the community say, and go ahead and upvote ideas and discuss those ideas in great detail. And then we have a great community group of folks at Obsidian that go through everything. They respond to every single customer comment and note and whatever. We try and make sure that people know that we are actually listening to them. We are already weekly getting together amongst our teams, going through all of this feedback and sorting it out, and figuring out, hey, what is it that we want to do in the next week? What do we want to do in the next month? What is something that we want to do?
Oh, really? He's not streaming?
If we don't want to
Maybe he's working. Some people could be working during the day and aren't doing this. At least I managed to wake up on time.
Follow in their footsteps on this, because the community is Grounded and Grounded 2.
I mean, technically, they're just showing what they have to show on the show floor. I mean, we got information on how the ROG works, the release date, no price yet. But right now, they're just showing games. Right now, at the moment.
Everyone at the team at Eidos Montreal saw right away that the story of the success of Grounded was that this community wasn't just rooting for the game; they were rooting for the team as well. And the team wasn't just trying to make this game in a bubble; they really wanted to collaborate with this community, and it's that healthy bond between them, that interdependence between them, that resulted in an amazing game. And so, of course, we want to replicate that success. Of course, we want to replicate that feeling for the community, and of course, we want to allow that to put us in a position to create the best version of Grounded 2 possible.
That's beautiful. That's so fun. Well, I have some ideas that I'll have to tell you afterwards off stage, but
can't wait
I'm
to
gonna
hear
write them down yet, and be sure to join that Discord as well to chat more Grounded. But honestly, Parker, Justin, thank you so much. I've had just a blast talking about Grounded 2, and I can't wait for all the new updates that we've got as well. Thank you.
Thank you. being able to just talk about the game and a situation like this is awesome.
And yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. I mean, there's so much more to look forward to as Grounded 2 continues to grow. But for now, we go from the ground to the air to explore the biggest biome of all, Earth's atmospheric envelope. There's new places to go and new ways to get there. So let's set the course for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. But on
Yay, Flight Simulator.
on Star Sand Island.
Woohoo! Oh, a chicken. This is Gamesta's Cozy Games. No, it's not. I mean, they are going to show it later. You can ride an ostrich? No. What is this, Pokemon? And the bears. I know, right? I mean, they lost that case. Like, severely. They lost the case. Star Island. Star Sand Island? Okay. Okay, now we're getting Flight Simulator.
You might picture soaring over iconic skylines or navigating through turbulent weather. But this is so much more than just a sightseeing. And here to tell us all about the latest updates is the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jörg Neumann. Welcome to Gamescom.
So great to see you, Maxi. It's great to be back in Cologne.
And you always bring some delightful surprises when you're here in Cologne. What does Microsoft Flight Simulator have in store for the fans here today and fans everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, Flight Simulator is a worldwide hobby, but Gamescom and Germany are actually critically important for us as a team because it's frankly the second biggest audience, and so we always try to prepare something special.
And that's music to my ears that Germany is so special. Why do you think that is?
I think it's the history in aviation. You know, Germany has been since the beginning, Otto-Lilian ties, Fabian Zeppelin, and Junkers made the first metal aircraft.
I would like to try Flight Simulator one of these days.
So I think it's sort of in the in the water or in the air. Like Germany is the country.
Yeah, Powell is now safe.
Registered private planes.
Powell is now safe.
So there's a huge audience. Some of our longest fans are here, most dedicated. So we always try to bring something. And we brought two things today, and we made some trailers. So let's run the first trailer.
Oh, now you can fly over Germany. I will say it looks really nice. Monster.
was really, really, really beautiful. Well done. Can you give me some context about the update?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big dreams of flight simulation has always been to fly highly realistic planes over beautiful, detailed landscapes. And then in 2024, we actually got further than ever before. Our aircraft are very detailed. And what you just
Welcome,
saw
Boo.
shows you
I'm
how
having
detailed
coffee.
the country is. So what we do is we fly planes really low over the ground, like so over the country or in the cities, and we take millions of pictures and lidar. And out of that, we construct.
I know, right? It looks cool. I mean, I would give props to Microsoft and Xbox for that game. I would definitely try Flight Simulator. I definitely would, just to fly to see countries that I have never been, and soon one day I will. Oh, same. It's seven. It's seven. It's 7:15 here. Right here in California. I woke up hella early to watch this showcase.
We have our first German helicopter. It's called the Eurocopter EC-135, which is actually based on a German helicopter called Messerschmitt Bürger Blohm MBB 105. That one was built since the 60s, and it's been evolved and enhanced ever since. It's now one of the most sophisticated, most flown helicopters in the world. And it's famous for medical evacuation missions, search and rescue missions. And we partnered with a very large organization in Germany. And I'm happy to show another trailer.
Another one. Local legend.
Pilot, we have an urgent report of an injured tourist at Neuschwanstein Castle.
Cleared for takeoff, helipad 1.
Let's go.
Huh, we can do search and rescue.
And now we are joined by Florian Brocksch, a real-world ADAC Air Rescue pilot. Florian, welcome to Cologne.
Hello, Maxi. Thank you for having me.
So you are a real pilot. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and especially also the ADAC Air Rescue?
I started flying helicopters when I was 22 and became a search and rescue helicopter pilot for the ADAC Air Rescue in 2017. The ADAC or ADAC Luftrettung Air Rescue provides handles up to 50,000 missions a year.
Damn!
38 stations. I personally work on the station Christoph Westphalen, where we fly 24 hours a day and handle approximately up to 8 missions.
Non-stop rescue. That's
24
amazing.
hours and fly hundreds of kilometers throughout Germany, especially at night and the bordering countries.
Well, thank you so much that you took the time to come here today and to actually try out a little bit the Microsoft Flight Simulator rescue mission. How realistic was that for you as a pilot?
The EC-135 looks really great in the simulator. As far as for the realism of the mission, it's all about the team. It's not just the pilot. You always need the four of them, the pilot, the medic, the doctor, and the hoist crew member to complete a successful mission. Beyond that, the Microsoft Flight Simulator is a really great tool to provide pretty realistic pilot experiences.
And Jörg, how was it for you partnering with ADAC to make it as realistic as possible?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, so basically we had support from 3 pilots that helped us tweak the flight model, give us feedback. It was great to hear Florian's feedback earlier and that we liked it, so yay. We had support from Airbus helicopters.
We will never know, dude, if the rumors are true about Returnal or Spider-Man or Uncharted or any other single-player game from PlayStation. If it does get announced on this floor, a lot of ponies, you know those ponies, they're gonna flip their heads upside down. They're gonna flip on their heads, dude. I mean, they don't get it. They don't get it. I mean, sure that
That's what I like to hear. Thank you so much also for always bringing local content. Thank you so
I don't
much,
know.
and also for your
I don't know. It could happen
for us and
today, or it could happen tomorrow. We don't know.
we're going on. Then that's not
I mean, let's be realistic, man. Exclusivity is now over. It's over. You know, I'm glad, and that way,
October 16th. And by my count, we still got more than a dozen games to cover today, including even more world premieres. Definitely stick around
And,
if you're a fan of comic book brawlers, zombie apocalypses, or just free stuff. Because we've got more all free.
yeah, no, yeah, I know, but I know, I know.
Friend,
What's this?
Tropicans. The world is changing, but one thing stays the same. Me. Tropico is the greatest country on earth.
We're getting another tropical?
It's about to get even better. I know what you're thinking. Can it be done? Can Tropico rise again? The even bigger, even better land before? Ha!
I think we haven't not seen one of these games since the 360, I'm guessing.
Pure, untouched potential, waiting for greatness. Imagine a Tropico like never before. The best Tropico in history. You're welcome. Oh, too vague? Patience, my dear Tropico.
Coming next year.
A ruler never reveals all his cards at once.
Yeah?
The character I think I'd least like to face in a physical fight is Omni-Man. He'd probably smash me through a building of some sort. Omni-Man is such a powerful character, even compared to other Viltrumites.
Oh!
Maybe just drawing the capture his brutality. His brutal fight style is very evident.
There's no frills in his gameplay. He doesn't have wasted motion. He doesn't equip unnecessarily.
It just conveys the strength of all the years that he has spent fighting as a Viltrumite.
What we wanted to do is give him techniques, give him moves that are powerful.
It's woke! It's woke! It's woke! Oh man.
What drives the story of Invincible sort of as a property?
When I saw that person, I'm like, oh no.
Relationship between Mark and Omni-Man.
Well, that comes through with unique voice lines, like intros and outros.
I looked up to you my whole life.
I don't need to be rude to everyone. It's just I'm just trolling.
You barely know me.
It's that father-son dynamic where they still love and care for each other, but they are at odds with their morality.
I also love his moment where he's considering killing his only
Oh
son.
man, that's kind of disturbing. I'm sorry.
You've got those two sides of Omni-Man where he's just brutal, a mind of steel, and this superhuman side of him.
His brutal style of fighting is so evident in all his gameplay movesets.
Omni-Man is one of our balanced characters. So he actually has an anti-air. He's got like a uppercut style move.
He's got projectile where he claps his hands and a big wave comes out.
That's called boom. And then like the boom.
I don't know.
Going from when he fights Cecil.
We have this move where he like comes flying from above, he slams your head to the floor repeatedly.
I love the way he just crushes.
And it just feels really, really good. Especially when you boost it, he does the overhead and he follows it up with like a series of just smashes where he just blasts them into the ground.
It feels very Omni-Man, just satisfying.
There's this one move where he does this like trio hit and says, probably isn't trying, and that's terrifying.
For pulling directly from Joe's well round when he's beating Mark, ping-ponging him around the sky.
On his Super 2, he says very confidently, I think that really sells Omni-Man, who he is.
Definitely check out his ultimate. It's so good.
It's called The Destroyer of Worlds. And there's a sequence during the Flaxman fight where he takes the opposing general to his homeworld and just utterly destroys it. So he sees them holding the general's body, blasting through a series of buildings. But there's
Oh, God.
what happened at the end of that sequence, which shows him holding this mountain over their scientists. It's that whole sequence all smashed together, and it's fucking epic.
Listen to me. You don't need to understand. This battle isn't yours to win.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's just an anchor, the last character on the team. So it was just a need to take advantage of these moves that he has that work well on their own, that are also somewhat risky.
Obviously,
I know, right?
Powerful moves that are really cheap and players can enjoy using them, but they have a drawback. They are punishable on block, for example. We gave him incredible air mobility, so he's really fast, he's close, this is really fast, but it's a little bit more of a technical thing that you have to learn to do.
I definitely recommend playing as him.
Really excited for people to be able to get their hands on Omni-Man and really feel powerful.
I think that he is going to be beating the crap out of people.
He's zipping around, punching people, boom, boom, you're done.
Now I've proven I'm the strongest among us. Well, we know it looks stylish and it aims to stay very true to the characters, but you know what? The only real way to get to know a new fighter is by feel. And here to help us do just that are the game's executive producer, Mike Willett, and combat designer, Rick Harbu. So let's get hands-on with Invincible Versus. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. How you doing?
That's been great. That's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, go back to Evo. Evo was just absolutely amazing. We had fantastic showing. It's our first time having people publicly touch the game. So I think that Evo was just a really great show. Overall, we also got Unreal Creator mode there. So the blood and gore is not going to be as crazy if you guys try to put it on YouTube or something. Though you won't get demonetized. We also had a motion input reveal there. So a lot of good feedback from the community that we've taken and put back to the game.
Yeah, no, like you were saying, being revealed, like the quarter-up team are being so busy all summer revealing characters. And at Evo, we got that first look at Omni-Man.
Exactly.
Right? How's the player reception been so far?
Yeah, the reception at Evo for Omni-Man has been crazy, right?
Yeah,
like being on that stage, reviewing that trailer, and then just feeling the energy come back to you, it was like awe-inspiring, and be able to take that back to the team. Everyone's super pumped up, so we're jacked to show everybody more.
Hell yeah. I mean, as someone who's like super into the comics, read them all, been watching the show, like we're both really excited to get some fresh gameplay, and also got Omni-Man as well. So if you
This is gonna be a brutal game.
I'd like to see that gameplay, but before we do that, is there anything else we should know about him before we try to beat him up?
Yes, the absolutely worst kept secret ever, but I'm gonna reveal it officially now. J.K. Simmons has returned as Omni-Man.
Oh, let's go! It's an amazing concept. I think we want to have some yellow M&Ms, you know. We're in the mood for that. Well, shall we play? Show me what you've got, devs. Oh yeah!
That's a voice line. That's amazing. That's like the scariest challenge I've ever heard.
Yeah, you send me the whole cam and look at it split. All right, so we've got the lineups here. It's what's a little bit different about Invincible Versus is that it's a triple tag team fight. So can you break down why is it important to sort of pick so many different characters within your setup?
So it's a tag battle fighting game. So your kit basically is represented by 3 different characters, and characters have a variety of different styles. So you construct a kit to your style of play. It's like, I want to play like a long-range game, or I want to play something more intimate and really bully people to a corner. There's something for everybody, and then there's like your fan favorites, and then there's like some more obscure characters you don't know much about, but might have really cool tools and some awesome gameplay that you want to dive into, like say like Cthulhu or Bulletproof.
Yeah, the other thing, of course, you go back to the IP, there's a lot of teams already built in there, right? You've got Team T, you've got Guardians of the Globe, you've got the Viltrumite, so it kind of lends itself to a team format, I think.
All right, so let's see some gameplay then.
So let's walk everybody through like special moves, like really represent his kit.
Okay.
Yeah, so this right here, this is his ground down, this is an overhead attack. If you boost it, it's going to be multiple hits, and if you're fast enough, you're not going to beat up for combos. It's going to be pretty hard for me right now, I think. I'll try one more time. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Wow. Are you going to take that? Come on.
Yeah, why not? First time.
Gotta get him off me with it.
So this is ground down, right? This overhead, really fast attack, really hard to stop. Also
build from the air. He also has this projectile right here. This is called Foo.
There you go.
Yeah, fresh character for you. If we go to the corner and I boost this version of it, it's actually going to, I have no boost meter. Give me like 5 seconds.
Tag out. Show them how fast
Oh, yeah.
the boost meter returns.
Yeah, you can see up there the yellow bar in the middle there. You can see we get really quick now. So when you tag out, that's how you accentuate your recovery for that boost meter. So right now, the boost is 2 right here. Now I can get a wall slap, I can get a combo, I call it better in the game. There we go. Yeah.
Right.
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah. You're winning as far as I think so.
Yeah, that was like 2 of the best. We got one more though. The rising uppercut. This here is a traditional like DP kind of input that you would expect from fighting game, right? It's got some invincibility on it. If you boost this with multiple hits and armor,
sorry, I had to
first
tag
time
out.
there. Your reactions are fantastic. That was
I'm so fast. So fast at this game. Reflexes. All right, show them that.
Rising uppercut. And you do another uppercut after it. Yes. Why not?
Yes.
One thing I'm noticing as well is like on screen there's lots of like really easy cues to understand. It's like there's like yellow flashes, blue flashes. Can you tell us a bit what those are? So Omni-Man is really fantastic because he's a character that is a balanced character that can apply tons of pressure and super brutal on what he does. So he has the mobility of a character like Invincible. So he's got a lot of mobility with dashing and movement. But he also has like those armor moves that Rick demonstrated. So he can play a bit of a bully game on your team. He's really good as an anchor or a point character. So he has the projectiles that like if I want to play mid-range, I have armor moves so I can bully you, push you into a corner, and then he's got the mobility to just try to mix you up and like crossover, start calling it assists, to just try to apply as much pressure as possible.
And anytime you see a character,
The setup looks kind of similar to, Marvel vs. Capcom or a Street Fighter game. It looks nice, I'm not gonna lie.
This one does not have one. I was curious about it. But yeah, there you go.
Why don't you demonstrate, before you kill me, why don't you demonstrate
Is it ultimate?
Yeah, it's ultimate. So,
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, that's brutal.
okay, this time, floated him through a building.
A couple buildings, a couple. You know, missing some lens there.
You know what? I can't wait to see all the TikToks that are like, oh, welcome to a Jet 2 holiday. Flying through a building.
Oh my god.
So floor accurate. So go back to the show. Watch when Omni-Man goes to take care of business with the flaxes.
Yeah, I mean, I did want to ask, you mentioned about the other fighters, and I definitely want to know more about that. But we've obviously seen Omni-Man in Mortal Kombat before, so we've seen him kind of got familiar with his moveset in that game. How is he different in Invincible Versus?
So it's really about being part of like a tag system and how they're integrated and their role in that system. So the flexibility of the character, like how you basically it's the role of the character in the concept of a team. Like where you use Omni-Man's assist, especially like every character has 3 different assists. You have a forward assist, a back assist, and then one that's when you're actively in a combo or in a block string. And it's about how you utilize that, and some of them are really good at like basically like, oh, you're coming in and he's got like an anti-air assist that basically comes out of that rising uppercut. So you're trying to control space in front of you and work out like how in the footsie game you're going to engage, or you're setting stuff up with your other attacks. So right now we've got sudden death, which is a little bit different. And so as you can see, timer is expired, and our point characters have absorbed all the resources of our assists. And now we're bleeding out, and the only way to stop the bleeding is by attacking your opponent. You should ult. And I'm gonna ult.
I really want to see that.
Oh!
My time ran out. No. So that's what happened. I missed, but he was super low in health. Time expired. He lost his head.
Oh, shoot.
I was trying to say that. I was like, I was expecting this to fall over. Our times ran out. No, his head exploded.
All right, so we've got the team makeup here. Are you making specific decisions on who you're picking for like a good balanced team, or can you sort of weigh it a bit heavier one way if that's more your preference?
So like if you look at my team, I've got Omni-Man, I've got Battle Beast, and I've got Rex, right? So Omni-Man and Battle Beast, they're both armored characters that can kind of just push through your opponent's attack. But I've also got Rex in there, so I can play some keep away, some projectiles, just keep people away from it.
Well, let's see if it works out as a good strategy. Yeah.
And what you'll probably see as we start playing too, our tag system uses an active tag system. And we basically let you tag off of almost any encounter, whether it's a defensive move like Heroic Strike, like perform right here, Rick.
And I can tag off of that, go to full combo.
Oh, so slick.
And then off of a throw.
Yeah, so off the
That's
throw,
pretty
off the
nice.
hit, off the block, anything you can basically tag off of.
So what's the thing about like team competition with the six? How does like an armored character like Omni-Man like contribute to his team? Like what's like is that anchor, is that role? How does it work?
A lot of times what you're going to do is, for certain characters, you're going to want to bait out moves, or I'm going to use Omni-Man's, let's see, he's available. I'm going to use some of his like projectiles to work my way in with a character, or if I think you're jumping in on me, I use Duel instead.
That was pretty sick, though.
You see, I have Omni-Man who can come in, kind of like control his space in front of me with like a DP, and really make it tough for someone to like have their approach.
Yeah, so I can like be zoning with this projectile right here, and if he tries to jump in, I've got this Omni-Man assist to keep me back there. So he's really good assist character as well.
Nice.
Between like kind of range attacks and then kind of those assists is key.
Yeah, it's really cool. I did notice straight away that you're right about this dashing. That seems like really rapid, especially like the down dash. Because it seems like most other characters, they just fall.
Yes,
he's got much more control, right?
Exactly. He's got like a triangle jump, that's what we call that. So it's like he can actually go down forward and he can travel really far. Like characters have different types of dash in the game. He can actually air dash upwards in diagonals as well, so a full 8-way dash. But Omni-Man is downwards or forwards in the air. But his distance is a little bit farther and faster than other characters, right? So to help you close in, some sort of projectile, you can just kind of air dash over it and come to the punch like that. So really versatile character.
Something I'm also loving watching this gameplay as well is just like how much more like massive each has become, right? Like there's the blood and kind of
That's
how
crazy.
it's wear down throughout the match.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Why don't you demonstrate an arena shift? I think it'd be really interesting, people. And he's got a different way to get into it.
Yeah, so if I do this kind of stun, you see that couple state? If you get someone to a couple state, you can do a snapback attack, and it'll cause this arena shift.
Whoa.
After this arena shift, you lock out their assist for 10 seconds, and you have unlimited boost. So right now, like you see my boost meter, it's just regenerating while I'm doing this, right?
And I have no access to my assist characters for like 10 seconds, so I should be paying attention and running away right now.
Yeah, but just for demonstration purposes, you know? You get the idea.
Yeah.
If you were to get
That's insane.
on them while they're in that shifted arena, would that just end the game? Would they still get to tag back in if they have someone available elsewhere?
And once that timer expires, I can get my character back.
Right. Yeah, but not during the transition.
But not during the transition. So I have 10 seconds to, hold it down and pray my defense is good with push blocking and heroic strikes and a lot of like navigation and basically trying to land a hit myself.
Oh, I see these walls.
And then, he caught me with yeah.
Oh.
I had the fan favorite. This is fan favorite.
Rex is such a great character.
Oh man, that's some Mortal Kombat stuff, man.
Oh my goodness. I like that there is like that subtle suit difference as well. Well, you're both playing as Omni-Man right now. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, and I wasn't paying attention there. I probably had an opportunity to see if he dashed out of the way.
That was pretty sneaky.
Got it quick.
So Omni-Man's ult, you can get out of the way, but you just can't panic, and you have to like.
Which is it is unblockable.
It is unblockable, but you can.
You have to dash out.
You have to dash out of the way.
Nice.
And it does cost 3 meters to do any ult, and you have to do them from the ground. Supers can be on the ground, can be in the air, but ultimate moves you have to take your opponent back down to the ground.
Well, I think we've got enough time to maybe do one more fight. Should we
Yeah.
may just run a proper fight?
Proper fight.
Yeah, bragging rights. I want to see both of you after the game performance.
Peak performance.
Yeah. Peak performance. Come on.
There's no way I can lose at this game.
That was pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal.
I'm back in real quick.
You never know.
Yeah.
Alright,
But at least you think.
What do you think of it?
Omni-Man? I feel it.
I got the Bills from Empire represented here.
Also, just one cool little detail as well. You mentioned earlier is on the top of the screen. There's a cool little UI so you can tell exactly what side of the screen you're on, right?
So there's right underneath the timer. There's a P1, P2 caret that basically said like when we cross up at any time, like that'll change position. So now you can see, I'm on the P1 side.
And that's an assist break is on your assist to break the combos. The opponent's super important.
Rick, I feel like you should just let Mike just showcase a couple moves.
No.
You went for a real match.
You're doing. Hey, you saw how
Whoa.
you assist.
I didn't see tag, but I'll take it back. I'll the middle of the sentence. Get off.
at that combo. Look at that.
Ula's really sick. I love it.
So, I really want to see Battle Beast Ultimate, but at the same time I don't because he's on Rick's team.
What do you hit? Come on. Come on.
Oh.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh, hey, come on, Mike. I didn't do it. Well, see, I'm in bad shape. I know. Yeah. And,
Ooh, got caught in midair.
Yeah, now I'm attack back in to get you.
Oh, that's a nice combo.
Did you get John? Oh, yes, what?
Oh my word.
I got a quick block.
Huge blocking.
Oh, I don't know where to go. I got it.
Oh, it's over.
Sorry, I got scared. Please.
Jesus.
Okay, alright.
Man, this is tense.
This is actually really
This game is close.
Where's the isometer?
Oh no.
I see how high they actually got over. Yeah. Oh, it's over. It's over, surely. No, just hang on. That's so close. Where?
Nah, it's over.
Oh, no.
Oh, the juggling. Oh man, this is gonna be a brutal.
Oh, we had the come on.
Okay, yeah, my own with the team. I think.
All right, Pubsy makes it. I know it.
It's crazy.
That's a money.
Oh no, that's surely. That's
Jesus.
right.
It's over. He knows it's over.
I really want to see Battle Beast.
Come on, Mark.
No. He caught him. He caught him. It's over. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Is this the comeback?
He did. He got greedy.
It's over. Oh. Jesus. Jesus.
Did he just take out 2 characters?
I know, man. I know. So much yapping. I mean, this is how these floor showcases are, man.
Well, amazing stuff there for sure. I just cannot wait to get my hands on the game and start learning the ropes. Double overkill? Oh, that was nuts. That was so
At least we're getting the games in full detail, you know.
You guys, don't forget to wish list Invincible versus today.
Honestly, thank you. And of course, after you're done tearing your family apart, just like you've witnessed on the Gamescom stage, you could be blamed for needing a breather. So we're going to run back a couple trailers, then we'll talk Lego Voyagers, Dying Light the Beast, chat with Tim Schafer about the latest from Double Fine later in the day, and we'll also show off more great games as the Xbox and Gamescom 2025 broadcast continues. And it must be said, a lot of the games you've seen so far are Xbox Play Anywhere, and we've got plenty more coming. Make like someone who doesn't have an Xbox Ally yet and stay put. Now, Ninja Gaiden 4.
Since ancient times, the Hayabusa and Raven ninja clans have fought to keep peace. With the Hayabusa clan in the spotlight.
I don't know. I mean, we had like a little bit of sprinkles of games that haven't been shown on the opening night last night. Ooh.
Understood. Stop this madness. Stay away from the Dark Dragon Seal. Go back home to your little raven nest. Or die here. If you truly think you have what it takes to slay the Dark Dragon, prove it.
The very fiend that resurrected the Dark Dragon years ago. Even a mortal such as yourself has heard of me. I'm sure. Die, insect.
whole world's at stake.
Another cozy game. More cozy games for GameStop. That's right. At least there's some cozy games here, man. Oh wow, you can build a house on top of your car? So this is all about camping. Outbound, of course.
So now that you're good and chilled out, get excited again immediately because we've got a sweet giveaway to get to. This year marks a big anniversary for CD Projekt Red and The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. So to celebrate, we're giving away 4 very cool controllers. If you're watching on Twitch, follow the directions you see on screen to enter for your chance to win.
I know, dude. I think they're trying to build up a lot of stuff for the Xbox anniversary.
And celebrate the lasting legacy of The Witcher 3: Wild
Man,
Hunt.
I wish I had one of those. They sold out quick like that, man.
And one standard controller. The giveaway closes at the end of the show and winners will be contacted on Twitch. But these wonderful controllers aren't the only way to celebrate 10 years of The Witcher 3. The Witcher in concert kicks off its grand world tour with an incredible immersive performance of live music and memories tonight here at Gamescom. And fans can now buy tickets for dozens
I've been hearing
at The
I think it was
But for now, our
Sunday?
broadcast continues with a good long
Monday.
look at Lego Voyagers. Over to you, Charlie.
Well, one of those 2 days that I read an article that Asus is making another controller, another Xbox controller. I was reading that they were gonna make another one.
Creativity and even giving space. So let's snap in and learn a whole lot more from my gracious guests, creative director Carsten Lund, design lead Jonas Halverson, and tech lead Casper.
Ooh, Legos.
Thank you so much for joining me, guys. It was lovely to meet you and talk about Lego Voyagers.
Man, specifically for the handheld, or use it on PC or Xbox.
Your studio and how Little Brick tips.
Yeah, Lightbrick is a small independent studio based in Copenhagen, Denmark. And we've dedicated our creative lives to exploring the Lego brick in many different ways. Our first game was called Lego Builder's Journey, and that was about building with bricks. So that was the start of the show, reconfiguring the level in ways. And this second one, we wanted to take a step further. We wanted to go a little bit deeper to actually focus on being a brick. So Lego Voyagers is about being a Lego brick.
Yeah, and you say getting up close. Well, are you like in the studios, just like really looking at the bricks? No, I don't like this one. That one should be.
We do look a lot at bricks.
Yeah.
We're very inspired by the bricks and the shapes, and we have a lot of bricks in the studio and we build stuff, obviously. But this is digital, right? So
yeah.
The most important thing is that it feels intuitive and good to play.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's the iconic snap, as I said in the intro, in real life, you need to try and match that feeling and that aesthetic in the game. And I'm sure we'll go on to talk about it, but I wanted to know, Carsten, also for you as well, tell us a little bit more about the game. So how we've translated that tactile feel of Lego into Voyagers itself. What's it about, and what makes it distinct from other Lego games we've seen in the past?
Lego Voyagers it's a co-op game. So it has to be played by 2 players.
It has to be played by 2 players. Interesting. Okay.
And it's a
this game.
First of all,
Okay.
and then it's a puzzle game on top of that. So a puzzle platformer where you navigate the environment with the little brick, and you have to solve different challenges along the way and build and have fun. So that's basically the game.
Wonderful. So we're looking a bit at it now. So can you set the scene of what we're looking at? We're playing as the red and the blue bricks, right? Do they have any other names, or is it just red and blue?
We just call them red and blue.
Yeah.
Name the video when you like. Yeah, this is sort of the beginning of the game. We're playing around, trying to learn how to navigate the environment and attaching to the little.
That was so nice as well. That little snap on that it's done.
Yeah, exactly. So this is sort of part of the introduction and smoothly easing players into the experience and learning how to actually navigate.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different. I mean, actually navigating with a single
It's
brick
just like that one game.
is something nobody's tried before, right?
Mostly the other multiplayer games.
It's a little bit used to, but it's so intuitive once you get the hang of it.
Yeah. Can you talk more about the capabilities that you've mentioned?
The showcase?
The one-by-one brick.
I don't know. It's already been like 2 hours already, almost 2 hours, and they still haven't shown a lot of stuff yet.
Yep. Oh yeah, we all stood on a Lego brick. We know what it's like to see them tumbling around.
I think they're gonna show like games that haven't been shown on the showcase, and probably we'll get like hidden trailers too, like we've been seeing. I guess so, but hopefully this ends, soon. Because I would like to go get a haircut.
Well, as a Lego brick, of course, we thought it obvious that you should be able to connect to.
Or probably just chill and make a video about the Xbox ROG Ally X and the Ally.
Of course, you can roll around with all these bricks as a big tower. But you also have to overcome some challenges.
Amazing.
Exactly. You also have challenges where you have to be a little more precise with what you're doing. So we made a specific mode for this called building mode. You can see it here where the small figures kind of snapping a brick in movement. So it's a little more deliberate about your brick placement.
Absolutely. So we're watching them build a bridge here. Does physics come into play here? Is there a bit where you maybe build too crazy one way and they fall apart, or is it just naturally very easy going? You don't have to worry about physics on that.
Physics is in everything in this game, basically. So, I mean, even when you're in build mode, you're still a physical entity. You might be able to push the other player off the edge, stuff like that.
So you can be a little bit rude with a co-op then. It's not always good vibes.
Yes. And we have catapult building, where you have to propel the other player from the contraption you've built.
So it's not building bridges, it's literally flinging each other as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, fantastic.
It looks kind of like a chill game, I would admit that. Oh.
So that one not quite so good, huh?
Exactly, and then you have to rebuild it, extend it.
Oh, I see. So the puzzle here isn't trying to get more firepower, it's actually making the catapult slightly larger.
Yeah.
And then how much of the environment are you able to pick up? Is it quite obvious which elements you can pick up and move around, or is it open to your interpretation and everything can go?
We playtested it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen anyone being surprised that something is loose, something is like fixed. But every start you see in the environment is connectable.
Huh.
Oh, okay, interesting, good stuff. So Carsten, I'm going to go back to you here. While we're working together and unleashing our creativity, is there going to be a story for us to follow as well? Or is it
No, I'm not. I'm actually enjoying myself. I know, like, some people would, but, like, not a lot of people will like to cover, like, stuff like this, but I would, because I am contributing what people won't want to know and what people that want to see if they don't have time, like to just go to YouTube, type it in gamescom.com and watch it. It's better when someone like does it for the people, live, and I'm okay doing it. I really don't mind, and I'm practically gonna do day 2 tomorrow as well. And since it's starting like early in the morning, I wouldn't mind waking up that early and then put it on and see how it is.
When you share a common dream, sometimes you grow a little bit apart, and sometimes you have to find different ways of being connected. No pun intended.
Of course.
So we asked an open question about friendship, and hopefully players will finish this game and think about their friends and how they actually connect and how they stay friends.
Yeah, and with the storytelling, you've mentioned that there isn't nothing verbal going on from the main characters. How is that told by the story? Do you need other characters to talk, or is it purely environmental storytelling and heartstrings music throughout?
music is a very important factor.
Yeah.
And we have the same composer as in Bilder's Journey, Henrik Lindstad
Oh,
composing.
wonderful. They smashed it the first time, bring them back.
Exactly, and he's been very meticulous about the scenes in the game and the emotions and the characters. So he's doing motifs that sort of tell a story along the way, and so that's a very important part of storytelling.
Yeah.
And then obviously the environmental storytelling, all of the objects and all the encounters, you go slowly unravel what's going to happen, right? Until you understand the full story.
Amazing. Is there like an onboarding experience for co-op partners? Maybe Casper, you could help me out with this one. Like we talk co-op. How does that work? How do the players work together against each other, etc. throughout the game?
It's a co-op experience, and they have to help each other and teamwork, collaborate, and build these bridges and face these challenges throughout the way. So as you can see, you can also just spend some time to just play around.
Have some fun, yeah.
Have some fun. You can make up games where you have to compete, but otherwise it's a collaborative experience.
Oh, so there is a competitive element to it in there, but mostly based on the gamers.
Mostly based on the gamers, yeah.
I see. Did you see much of that in the playtesting units that you mentioned?
So much. I mean, we have an infamous spot where you can flip the other player into the water.
Okay.
We've seen like players spending minutes, very long time, just flipping each other into the water. But the thing is, when you flip the other player into the water 5 times, you also have to get through the same thing. And then
I see. Okay, then it's their turn.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And with co-op being such a focus in the game, was that inspired by your own personal play with Lego, or was it something you just knew you wanted to make a co-op game, and that's where Lego came in perfectly?
I think we've seen with Builder's Journey, I think we've seen players want to play games together. Right? Even though single-player games, they sit, they talk, they engage, right? So we wanted to make something that was playable together from the very get-go, right? And then we just love co-op games, and this whole idea of playing and being creative is just so much more fun when you're doing it together with friends, right?
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
yeah.
And it's nice to see more couch co-op games come through in recent years as well. It's been some very successful, highly afforded one recently.
And plus, not only that, this helps me to inform other people that are interested of getting a game, or I can talk about more of the ally with other people, and just this information I want to take in, because anything that could help out, that would be pretty good.
September 15th, which is not very long.
Not that far until a couple of weeks, really.
That's when the game will be out. So
beautiful. Is there anywhere else we can look to find more information on Lego Voyages before it comes out? I don't know if you've got any more news on the way you need to talk about before it launches.
I think there's a website, legovoyages.com, and that will direct you everywhere and find it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Live team. You're all a wonderful bunch, and this game looks absolutely stunning. Folks home, don't forget to wish this Lego Voyages today, so you'll be ready when it drops, as you said, September 15th. And speaking of taking legendary creativity brands into brand new gameplay directions, you are about to witness the world premiere of an upcoming open-world survival crafting game with a, I'll call it, decidedly Studio Ghibli aesthetic. Check it out.
Another cozy game?
Rampant pollution has depleted the world's resources, and only your moving house and its mysterious power can cleanse the pollution. In this world, you will meet Kuroru, whose hot-tempered personality masks his secretly
It's like Treasure Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
and collect resources. Craft items for survival, gather oddlings, and decorate your settlement. You'll face danger on every step of your
Oh, wow.
and riddles to test your wits. But in Moonwalker, your companions have your back. Petal Kid, a fiery pot of purification, and the moving house that you travel the world with. Don't forget the oddlings that help you on your adventure. Hi, I will be your guide during this dead gameplay walkthrough. First, let's follow the house as we look for a place to anchor it. If you stick close to the moving house, you won't take any damage, and the forest will begin to be purified. Seems like this is the best place to anchor the house. If you activate the anchoring device, you can purify the surrounding area. Let's purify the forest. You can find uncontaminated ingredients in the purified area. But there are also fruits like apples that you have to climb a tree or shoot them down. Let's toss those tasty-looking ingredients into Kettle Kid. The goblins will then help stir them just right so they cook a delicious soup. Look, this purification crystal is the key to purifying the world's pollution. When you put it in the purifier, you can see the purification gauge fill up. Purification gauge is now full. Let's operate the purifier. Odling statue. There's something new up ahead in that glowing area. Oh, it's an Odling statue. Look here. Don't the colors of the orb and the pedestal seem to match? Oh, one of the orbs is missing. Maybe it's on top of that mushroom. If you put the orb here in the spot from before... Wow! A bunch of new oddlings have appeared.
Huh.
Invader Pelicani cleanup. Let's take our new friends home. Wait, what's happening? Oh no, it's Pelicani! That lucky creature eats anything! It's too dangerous up close. So let's chase it away with a slingshot.
Yep.
Building a settlement. We have a lot of oddlings now. There doesn't seem to be enough houses for all of them. There also seem to be some oddlings exhausted from overwork. We better build more facilities for the oddlings. This looks like a good spot. Let's relocate the cluttered storage box and place the sunbed next to it. We filled enough purification gauges to restore the entire mushroom forest we explored. This was just a taste of the amazing world of Bloomwalker. We look forward to seeing you create your own story.
Well, some survival scenarios are a bit more dire than others, and if Project Bloomwalker is set to be a beautiful but challenging walk in the park, then Dying Like the Beast is a long march down a ruined highway to hell. The latest installment aims to blaze a new trail for the beloved zombie apocalypse franchise. And here to introduce us to the Beast are Dying Light franchise director Timon Smegtala and Q&A analyst Aaron Tolte with some live gameplay. This is so exciting. Welcome to the show and welcome to Gamescom, guys.
Hello, thanks.
Hello. How has your Gamescom been so far for both of you?
Good. It's my first time, so very, very exciting. Yeah.
Yay!
Busy, crazy, and lots of fun.
Love it. Well, you've got some live gameplay for us, so can you show us what you've got?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very exciting.
Yes, let's start the demo. And the mission that we have here
Dying Light. All right.
Dying Light the Beast, right? So it's going to be scary, going to be full of zombies, full of open world exploration, parkour, many fighting. And the mission that we have here is actually quite funny one because it's one of the side missions from the game. And it starts with a very classic Dying Light dilemma. There's like a small group of survivors struggling to survive, live to another day, hiding in the town hall here, and suddenly their water source is gone. Like there are no water in the taps, and like they don't know what happened. Like is something trying to hurt them? Maybe something is broke. Maybe something is trying to get rid of them from this place because they want to take over. So it's kind of like a classic Dying Light problem. But then there are some twists, there are some turns, there is some mystery to uncover. Probably you will not see all of it here, but let's just give it a go and let's see how far we can go.
Let's see what we uncover. That is one of my favorite things from the previous games when you have this little pub community kind of safe space for most part, and then you do have to go out and protect them or gain friendships as well. Take on the challenges outwards.
And that's exactly what Skype is doing because like that's a side mission, but also the basics, right? So you play as Skype Prey, and that's a very unique, very special type of a hero for a survival horror game because he's not only the master survivalist, like he's not only able to survive as long as he wants in this difficult, challenging environment, but in this game he also has access to a set of very special, very powerful beast-like abilities, which really allow him to kind of unleash all of the rage, all of the everything that he has in it. And like the tagline for the game is that they were trying to break him, but they created a beast. And why they were trying to break him? Because he was captured by this guy named the Baron. Baron is a crazy scientist who's trying to achieve something very, very sinister. And Baron was experimenting on Kyle for a number of years. Kyle manages to break out, so they didn't break him. And now he's ready to unleash his wrath, he's ready to take revenge, but for that he needs some help. And that help comes from the people that live in this beautiful valley that we see on the screen right now. This is the valley, the region is called Castor Woods. It's modeled after Swiss Alps, like little touristy towns in Swiss Alps. Lots of nature, lots of very beautiful vistas. But of course, this one has lots of zombies in it. Perfect holiday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'd probably go to the Swiss Alps as well.
Yeah,
just
of course,
to see it.
of course. But yeah, of course. Like the high season for zombies is there all the time. And actually, what we have here, so the town in the middle of the map is actually built to be almost like a parkour paradise. We really wanted to squeeze as much as possible out of this location, so players are able to seamlessly showcase all of their parkour skills, jump, run, wall run, slide, connect all of that together. How are you feeling? Do you want to fight some zombies?
I think there's plenty of them around.
We'll warm up to that. Let's see some parkour, because obviously that's so intrinsic to
Yeah, absolutely. So Dying Light was built on parkour, right? Like when we started working on the series, we actually asked Dave Bell, who's the grandfather of parkour, he's the inventor of modern parkour, to help us to share his insights, his expertise. We got him in our studio, we mocked up his moves, we asked him to basically tell us how close we are to reality, because one thing about Dying Light is we always put a lot of emphasis on immersion. We really want to make players feel like they are part of this world, like they are the character there. Come on, Aaron, like the whole QA department is looking at you.
It's a little pressure for
No, but I think it's worth saying that this is like, you might look at the game, you might look at the screenshots and think, oh, okay, I see a machete, I see a guy, I see some zombies, it's just easy peasy, I go slash through zombies. Absolutely not. This is a survival game. This is a thinking man's survival game, so you constantly have to be on your toes, you constantly need to think like a survival to survive. And even if you're as a good player as Aaron, you have to constantly look at you have to look at every step that you take. And I can understand why Aaron is there. It was like before coming here, we had a conversation that actually the whole QA team from which Aaron is, they were aware that he will be playing. So they are watching right now, putting extra pressure on the guy.
I kept it quiet and it was.
Yeah, but don't worry.
Aaron, you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Now,
By the way, if I just may, using the opportunity, let's just wait to our QA guys, because they are really putting a lot of work into this. They are the most important part of the dev team in this very final stretches of the production, because we are basically just 4 weeks from releasing the game.
So exciting.
Yes, so very close.
Oh, wow, really?
Some stuff, right?
Yeah. I think it's a good.
About a month?
Yes.
This, I love this layout so far. I mean, the town itself feels a little bit on the less living and breathing side of things for now, but it still feels so realistic, as if I've actually felt those textures and been in places like this before.
Yeah, so actually this is something that we are very proud about because like the whole world has been handcrafted by our level artists.
Yeah.
And not only handcrafted, but also they've managed to put a lot of Easter eggs, in jokes into the world. So like the posters you see there, like they have even scanned some of the items that they have in their homes, in their houses, and kind of brought them into like the virtual versions here in the game. I'm not sure we'll see that, but for example, there's a blanket, like with a lie.
We might get a chance.
Yeah, we might get a chance to see that. So actually, that's a blanket that was kind of scan taken from grandma of one of our artists, and in a way to kind of honor her and put something very real into the game. We have the blanket and a lot of other different items. The whole map has been created by hand by our artists. That's why it feels so immersive. It feels real. Like every square inch is different.
Yeah, you've really put heart and soul into it. I mean, the second game, obviously, it's in the title, Dying Light 2 Safety.
Yeah.
So I think that's been one of my favorite parts of the Dying Light games, is it's set aside from other games like that because it feels so realistic. And,
realistic. Also in their representation, of course. So another thing about Dying Light, aside from parkour, of course, it's a many combat-focused game with lots of brutality, lots of gore. I think that's something that's very important in the zombie genre, that you really need to show the guts, you really need to show the blood, you really need to show the kind of the brains being exposed, the cuts being cut, the heads being cut.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much of it can we show because I think the previous games were a little bit on the family-friendly side. But that's also a good thing because Aaron is having fun because he knows how to play the game. He spent hundreds of hours in it. But again, this is a game where you see zombies, you don't just run at them and squash them. Like you really want to make sure that whatever you do makes sense, that you don't take unnecessary risks. That's a nice thing. Actually, maybe it's also worth mentioning that a lot of our combat in Dying Light is created using physics and rappers. If we have animations that are super short just to represent what happens with the enemy that you are hitting. So like you can go, you will encounter hundreds of zombies here, but every fight with a zombie is different because the reaction is always different. Sometimes he hits an obstacle, sometimes he hits another zombie. There's lots of those cool emergent moments.
Yeah. You were speaking about some of the melee weapons that we've used already, like we've had machetes and all sorts. What sort of weapons can we find in the world of Dying Light?
There's more than 100 melee weapons, and of course the classic stuff for the genre. So I don't know, gas pipes, crowbars, machetes, hammers, axes, wrenches, things that you can basically find all around you. But also if you dig deep enough, and that's a very important aspect of Dying Light the Beast, that there are lots of secrets that you can actually uncover if you dig deep enough. You can find weapons like medieval swords, very unusual creations of the survivors. So really a lot of very fancy looking and fancy working and effective weapons that are really a lot of fun to play.
I like the sound of a medieval sword. That sounds pretty badass, to be fair. Do you guys have favorites? What's your favorite weapon?
Samurai sword.
Samurai sword, like a classic.
Probably the boring answer, but yeah.
But for me, actually, it's a flamethrower, something new to Dying Light the Beast. So for some reason, like even though we are making zombie games, we didn't have a flamethrower before. So Dying Light the Beast, aside from the many weapons, and a big focus on firearms as well, introduces a number of new weapons. So flamethrower, grenade launcher, soul blade launcher, and a number of additional killer stuff that you will have to find as you play the game. We are now living the time. We are now living the town, and actually that's an example of one of the open world activities. Like that, places like this spread all over the world with which you can interact. If you manage to survive, Aaron.
It just came out of nowhere.
You're
It's survival horror. I think it's reading exactly what I want, right?
Yeah, that's true. And so, like military moments like this, if you manage to kill all of the infected here, or if you manage to outsmart them, because that's also an option. You can, for example, use a decoy, throw them to away from this place, and then try to loot it. That's a very good place to find some ammo for your firearms. And as I said, firearms have really received a lot of love from us as developers in Dying Light the Beast.
He's too big for now, I think, this guy, right?
Yeah, this one, yeah, like Misty, you already like one.
They're playing with fire.
Like the guys in Bagatoma are making bets, like we'll get like a bit.
Oh, so firearms is a little bit more of a focus on.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Maybe we could actually use the rifle to begin to get messy because the thing about firearms is they make a lot of noise.
Got you.
So as soon as you start shooting, there's a chance that the virals, the fast-moving zombies will come. Actually, I think there's one guy over there.
Oh.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, let's try to hide. Like, we'll see if that works.
Safer inside. Oh my.
Yeah, but
relatively.
It's a little bit like it's never safe in the world of like what I like to say is that it's actually one of the most dense open worlds out there because basically every part of the map is something where you play the game, where you do some kind of interaction. Either you parkour, which is also like interaction between platforms, so that you try to get somewhere, you make decisions where you want to go. Combat the same, you get surrounded, suddenly there's a group coming from one direction, group from the other. Constantly something is happening. Like you are never bored. It's very intense, very dense experience.
That sounds really cool. A lot to explore and discover, and hey, every kind of trip outside of the safe zone is probably not going to be exactly the same as before.
Yeah, so that guy was built out of emergent moments, and we actually we did fight with some of the guys with the tanks, for example, right? But yeah, we didn't trigger them, so maybe there's an opportunity. But like, actually, that's a nice thing. Or maybe we can keep the.
I think there's some better opportunities.
Okay, so what happens right now is that because Aaron was fighting a lot with like quite intense, he managed to charge his beast mode, right? So now he can unleash it. So maybe we can actually see that here, like how effective he is at fighting those zombies. They throws them all around, like get those like finishers.
Doesn't need any weapons anymore. Oh my goodness, he ripped his arm right off. Flipping it.
Like nothing is left. The turned and unsmashed.
Now.
No one left us.
That sounded like you're saying it instead of queuing guys. Like you're just laughing about like I'm queuing on the Xbox and I'm playing this awesome game.
Heck yeah. Oh, zombies don't need brains, it's fine.
Yeah, some of the new visual designs for our enemies. So of course like you can see the game is really beautiful to look at. Even the zombies, like if you are into zombies, it's good to make a pose or go into photo mode and try to see how detailed the models are, especially when you do some damage to them. We have increased significantly the number of places on their bodies which you can damage. We have, like when you cut a limb, you can cut it in 3 different places. You can really leave a lot of scars, wounds, in broken places.
I will say, getting details from these games is pretty unique. Well, not unique, interesting.
Also, as you can see, there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of varying ways how you can solve combat situations. That's also something that we were always thinking about when we were working on 9-day games. We want to give players freedom where they go anywhere, climb anything, freedom how they fight. Actually, we live in the mission area, so like of course in the full game you're not living mission area, so the freedom is open and you can go everywhere you want.
Yeah, I like the tactic of running away. That's my favorite.
Yes. But that's also like that's your choice, right? And again, like vehicles, another thing that's built to the beast. Actually, maybe you can also show the FPT, right? Yeah, right. From that perspective, like keep the immersion. So it is like it's nice to roll through zombies, blast through zombies with your vehicle, giving you a little bit of those Carmageddon vibes, but again, like a little reminder, this is a survival game, right? So like you need to think about how damaged your vehicle is, or
and the gas. We're about to run out of gas.
Exactly, that's the gas. So I think they are slowly running out of gas. So
well, to find a gas station.
Exactly. I'm not sure they're still working.
Oh man. So with our new vehicles and things, is there different areas that we can explore around the world then?
No, so actually I decided to choose this one because it
fits the environment most, right? So I don't think get out. Maybe let's just have a nice look around the place. So
Taking the view, love that.
yeah, take the view and we'll talk about vehicles. So we have chosen those off-road pickups because they fit the environment most. We didn't see that much of it yet, but the whole world is actually quite varied. We have the town in the middle, we have an industrial park, we have swamps, we have mountains with hiking trails, we have farm fields, so a lot of very uneven terrain. So off-road pickups seem to be most fitted to this kind of environment. And so yes, so you are driving that vehicle. There might be some things hidden, but I'm not spoiling that too much. But then you're also able to customize the visuals of the vehicle a little. So there's still quite. Oh, I think that's the blanket that I was. Yeah. This was the. This is actually the real blanket that you can find in one of our his grandmother's.
Actually, on the playtest, some guy met me. He said the same thing. Like, yeah, he recognized the blanket, so it's a very iconic.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's a challenge.
I don't know. Are we ready to go into the night part? Because we might do that. But a word of warning, because like generally, let's maybe look at some vista before us. Okay, let's go to night. So what happens is that night basically is a game of two halves. The day part that we have just experienced, if you are a good player, you are in control. You know what to do, like you know how to behave, and you will kind of find your way around in this apocalypse. But the night part is something completely different. What happens is the volatiles, and I will scare you a little, so kind of sit tight. The volatiles, like the scary monsters, the apex predators, the kings of the night, they are coming out. They are roaming the whole place. And with those guys, you don't fight with them. Like when you see them, you try to run away as quickly as possible. Okay, maybe at the end of the game, where your beast mode is fully charged, you have unlocked all of the skills for the character because there's like a big skill tree of various beast skills that you unlock. If you are kind of fully formed beast mode kind of great, you can fight with them. But without that, it's really scary. So maybe we can actually try to sneak up on those guys so we see them from close. You can see where they are if you use the survivor sense. So that's like a special senses of kind of brain where we can see the threats up and be aware of the threats around the enemy. But it seems the volatiles are everywhere. Maybe actually what we could do is that's scary.
There's so many.
Yeah.
So yeah, this new kind of sensor to see the volatiles inside and other zombies.
All of the threats, but I think actually so the chase gets started. They are on class and now like it will get super difficult because the guys like the regular fighters, the regular zombies, they're just zombies, right? So you can avoid them, you can jump over them basically. With volatiles, they're chasing you, they're right behind you. It's actually good to look behind you from time to time. They're also basically better at parkour than you are, so they can really grab you, sir. Yeah.
Oh my god, so you have to try to outrun them for now until we've built up our
I don't fancy my odds very much.
So what you can see at the top of the screen, the red bar shows you the intensity of the chase. So we are basically in the middle of how intense it can be.
What happens when it gets full level?
You got basically like it's time to restart the game again.
Yeah, still.
Oh, great. What other abilities can we see from Kyle's kind of beast mode abilities?
Actually, the beast mode will be very helpful right now because when you are in the beast mode, you can run faster, you can jump higher. That's actually a very good way of escaping those volatiles. And so they're laughing at you again, right?
No.
Okay, but just to finish the thought, maybe let's go back to the game and I will finish it, and I will finish the thought. So what happens is that
well,
again.
Not only that, I checked the Discord at the group that I'm with right now. So the prices are going up. Like I said, prices are going up for the PlayStation. We told you. I will also cover this. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen.
But then, as you progress into the game, you get full control of it. You can trigger it whenever you want, and then you can use that to actually reach places, find secrets that you would not be able to do when you are in the human form of character. And again, that opens a new kind of way of exploring the map and a new way of interacting with the world.
Love it. Do you have a favorite biome from the game that you like? You were thinking about kind of swamp areas. Do you like the pretty cities or the hills as well?
I like it. Like we have a really nice storm weather preset. So like, I guess it's the industrial. This area when it's stormy, it's very atmospheric, very nice.
The weather is like I would say the weather is very nice, but it's not like literally true because the weather tends to be very rainy and stormy from time to time and very gloomy. But it's nice because we have really spent a lot of technical resources on making sure it really looks very, very real. So it rains and you feel like it's raining and that you are there. So and my favorite biome I would say is the farm fields.
Okay.
So but not when it's raining because when it's raining it's actually not that good. What I like is farm fields in full sun. Like you see yellow, the grainies.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful to look at.
Love that. Well, can you tell me a little bit about? I'm really excited to dive into more of the survival kind of element. But what should players watching at home be excited for Dying Light? What about the story and more about the game that you want people to be excited about?
I think it's the best Dying Light game that we have ever created. So for the fans, I think it's sold already. But if you have not played,
But speaking of which, Pickles, if you have seen the post on Discord that PlayStation will start raising their prices starting tomorrow for both, the digital and physical editions of the Xbox Slim. The PlayStation Slim, my bad. And the PlayStation Pro, they're going up in price. I'm pretty sure the ponies will be losing their minds about that. I'm pretty sure Dreamcast guy is gonna say something about it, and everybody's gonna say something about it. I'm already laughing about it. I was like, yeah, sure, I may have a PlayStation 5, but again, I don't normally play on it as much. And it's about time, and now they are like the last group of people to have their consoles raised in prices.
The interactions, the magic moments are squared compared to what happens when you play it alone. Alone, it's a very focused, very atmospheric experience. In co-op, it's just all out fun. You, your friends, and lots of zombies around.
Love it. Well, do you know what? I'm going to come straight over to your guys' booth here at Gamescom and maybe get on the royalty. As long as you guys play with me. So
Sure.
What can we look forward to from Dying Light the Beast?
Excited with Dying Light the Beast releases in 4 weeks, September 19th. So it's excitement all over the place. PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. We can't wait for you to play the game.
Amazing. I can't wait either. Come on, Aaron. Thank you so much for showing me
so much.
a little bit about Dying Light the Beast. I can't wait to play more.
Thank you.
But for you guys at home, don't forget to pre-order your copy today. Now then, the Xbox Gamescom broadcast continues with some more trailers, including a world premiere trailer for a game that uses deck building as a metaphor for cooking to whip up something entirely unique. Then we'll hear from Double Fine's Tim Schafer about their new Opus Keeper. And don't forget, we've still got World of Warcraft and Call of Duty updates toward the end of the day. And not to mention some news on a little indie game. And that's INDY, not INDIE. See you soon.
Morning. Nice day for fishing, eh?
Another cozy game.
Things are peaceful here in Kalopori. But beyond the wall, something has begun to stir. In the face of danger, it's time to get to work. You see, in this world, not all heroes wield swords. In fact, some prefer the spoon.
A spoon?
There are some who believe that in order to save the world, you've got to start with a really good meal. And that's exactly what our caretakers need.
A cooking simulator?
Your recipes might just be our only hope. Because let's face it, who can save the world on an empty stomach? The delicious meals you make will fuel the caretakers, so that they can battle the ravenous monsters threatening your home. Opening soon, Bistro.
It's Bistro. Beasts who run a bistro. It took me a minute, but I got there.
I don't get it. Well,
Yeah.
there's Xbox Play anywhere, so if that game looks to your taste, consider it just one more reason to get excited for the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X. But now, it is our sincere pleasure to dig into the latest title from Double Fine,
Keeper has been turning heads since its reveal during June's Xbox showcase, and here to bring us some never-before-seen gameplay. It's Double Fine Production studio head and fan favorite Tim Schafer. Tim, thank you so much for joining us. First off, it's so exciting to have you here.
Oh, the one with the house? Okay.
It's clearly Lee Petty's baby in many, many ways. Bit of a Double Fine legend, I hear.
Yeah, he was our art director on True Legend and Broken Age.
I mean, some of the best games you could ever reel off that someone's worked on. I want to know a little bit more about what it's like working with him and your team bringing his vision to life.
Well, Lee has a really, as you can tell from those games, a really strong idea of what the game should look like and how it should feel.
Yeah.
And he's someone who I've just come to really trust and rely to just have that kind of vision, also be able to execute it. He's really good at technology as well as art, and also leading a team full of people at Double Fine, because it's a very collaborative environment, so you have to have the right touch, you know. And so mostly, what it's like working with him is I just leave him alone.
But you can trust day one, he turns up and he knows by day end, he knows exactly what needs to happen. And as you say, it's an element of trust. I think that's really important.
Yeah, especially in a game without any dialogue, so I have to worry about him sneaking in any bad language.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Maybe he'll find a way.
We'll find a way to do it on
Yeah,
the screen when we play it, don't you worry. Yeah. I mean, in some ways, it does feel like this game is a bit of a new chapter for the studio. Like you said, it is wordless, so nothing was said there, but it's still atmospheric, still surreal. So, what would you say inspired Lee and the team to move in that direction?
Well, a couple of things. When we were talking about what his next game should be, we were like, well, what can we do now? Because things have changed for us. We became part of the Xbox family. We have like support and resources we didn't have before. And we're like, what can we not do before? And what's a game that we probably could never get signed with a publisher? Something that would seem just too far out there, but would be a really personal thing for Lee and his, you know, wanting to do something really beautiful and strange, mysterious, and yet still really charming. And also, I think at that time, a lot of things were going on with a global pandemic. I don't know if you heard about that, but we were all locked inside. And the only way Lee found a lot of escapes from that was to go on long hikes through nature and go through the mountains and look at the nature around his house. And
I can see where this is going. Yeah.
About how the humanity is really threatened. We didn't know what was going to happen. We were kind of scared, and yet nature just kept going and changing and evolving and interacting with each other, and that was really inspiring to him. And he's also a weird guy who has like a lot of grew up on like the Dark Crystal and Cronenberg films and surrealist painters, and so put those things together to make something that was chill like nature, but also a little weird.
Yeah.
And I think you'll see that in the game.
Yeah, when you mentioned Cronenberg films, I am now slightly worried for the seabird, but I'm hoping that you're going to leave that bit out.
Well, you're just gonna have to. The game.
Yeah, we're not getting anything to say on that.
It's all about surprise, but it's not a horror game.
Yeah.
Although it's an interesting Lee's vibe with this game is that it's not some super violent horror game with a lot of blood, but it's also not like just when you think of a cozy game, they're sweet and they're cuddly cats in it. But this is like it's got a weird vibe where the unexpected might happen.
Like atmospherically off. There's something amiss.
Yeah, something lets you know that you don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, for sure.
What was it like when you started off with your initial sketches? That must be quite a fun time during the development process where you are sort of hashing things out. But then moving forward to what we see today, how's that transformation been?
I mean, it was fun to watch Lee and his small crew get together when they just started. They were just trying different gameplay ideas out. It really was a blank canvas for them to just experiment and experiment with things that are not just when I mentioned surrealist painters. Like it's not just melting clocks, but it's also like the procedure they came up with their art.
We are in
Words to make new words. And,
2 hours and 30-ish minutes
so that it was like
of this event.
to watch this process of when the sky's a little bit. What you come up with.
I'm pretty sure, tomorrow's gonna be like this as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I want to go back to what you're saying a little bit about those surrealists and paints. I want to stick on art for a moment because naturally everything we've seen so far just screams beauty in these deranged ways.
Screaming beauty is what we call it.
Screaming beauty. Love it. Can you tell us more about the art direction itself and how that ties to the actual mechanics of the game now?
Yeah, I mean, the art direction is, very specific vision of Lee's, but it relates to the interactions that you have in the game it is an adventure game. It has puzzles, but they're light puzzles because it's really much more of an atmospheric experience. Not supposed to get stuck on a puzzle. You can't die, you can't fail in the game, but you use the light that the lighthouse has to interact with the world and cause changes to happen. And you also have a companion named Twig, which is this seabird.
Seabird, yeah.
Twig, you can send Twig out to interact with the world too.
I mean, you guys are very typically known for quite a lot of experiences that are somewhat reality warping, mind bending. Are we going to see those kind of same shades? What's really the vibe of people?
Well, I mean, I think we talked about the films that inspired Lee, like I mentioned David Cronenberg or David Lynch. Those films all have really weird, unexpected things happen in them. But it seemed at first like nonsense, but there's a kind of a dream logic to it that makes sense. Yeah. It means something, but it's not necessarily clear what it means, and it probably means more than one thing. And it's really open to the player to have this experience of playing this game and try and think about what all the different things mean.
Well, that's going to be interesting when it comes out and see other people's interpretations then, potentially, of what Lee's getting at the game with the relationship between the seabird and the lighthouse. That's really fascinating.
I love it. Now, I am going to ask you a really important question about the seabird. Unfortunately, it's going to completely shape my opinion of the game. So, can you pet Twig?
Well, that's an interesting question. I don't want to give away everything that happens in the game.
This is a simple yes or no answer to.
The lighthouse has no arcs.
I know, but you guys are weird and you find ways to make things
Smash
happen.
it with a little leg.
Can you smash it with a little leg? It's also a nickname we call Lee. Can you pet something with light? Let me answer that question with a question.
Okay.
I think that's above my intellect to answer that. I'm going to just say yes.
Yes.
To basically make you.
I'm going to say, rather than just a simple pet, the companionship you'll feel with Twig is something much deeper and beyond physical affection.
Oh.
Am I going to fall in love with this bird soon?
It's the bird.
Am I going to fall in love with the lighthouse?
Yes. Both of those, because it's a game that has no dialogue, no spoken words at all, but it is a very emotional storyline. Both the lighthouse and the seabird Twig have character arcs, and they go through changes and metamorphosis.
Yeah, nailed it. It's in there somewhere. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Packets of both of them, but it's all really showing like the very early gameplay footage because things, believe it or not, get a lot weirder than what you're saying.
Oh, you guys? Never. No, absolutely. So I just want to touch very quickly then. If we're not hearing them speak per se, is it environmental storytelling? The music, I'm assuming, is a really important part as well?
Yeah, the sound design, the animation, a lot of our animators try to make scenes work if you have the volume off, just as like the expressiveness of the lighthouse still
has a face-like level of expression. The bird is very expressive, obviously, and there are scenes that will make people cry in this game, I think.
I'm not ready for it.
Not the whole time.
No, it will be the whole time, I swear. Look at the birds.
So
He's going to make
sweet.
me weep already. Well, obviously, we've got studio here, Henry, so I do have to ask. People are always curious about you guys, what Double Fine is cooking up behind closed doors. And the last time we spoke to you was back in 2021 when we saw Psychonauts 2. So what have you been up to since then outside of Keeper? Can you actually tell us anything you've been doing?
Well, I'm here to announce right now that we are making other games too. We have multiple games going on in the studio. And the thing I will say is that they're all brand new. They're all brand new IP. We did Psychonauts 2, and that is keeping us fine for sequels for a while.
Great work on that, by the way.
Yeah, we did a lot of team effort. Here's some footage of the team.
But they are working.
Except for that guy just walking around. Yeah, we're working on new projects that are brand new IP, and we're excited about sharing them someday.
Someday.
Cool, they're gonna make more games. Probably will get more Psychonauts.
Well, let's see. Did we talk about the bird? Yeah.
Get the bird.
There's puzzles.
Got that.
Puzzles.
Yeah.
I mentioned that it's weird but chill.
Yeah, kind of.
Did I mispronounce metamorphosizing?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I got.
Perfect. You've absolutely nailed them all. And just in time, because we have some harder questions for you. Me and Henry are going to start grilling you. A little game that we like to play on Xbox on called This or That.
I can't think quickly, but I'll try.
Well, you're going to have to think pretty quickly. Henry's going to fire some questions at you, and you can either give us one-word answers, or if you need a minute to think, that's fine. But there's some pretty good questions. I won't lie. Henry's
I'll do it as fast as I can.
Okay, right, let's play this without Tim Schafer. First up, Jack Black and Brutal Legends or Jack Black and Psychonauts 2?
Oh, well, you could put those together and get Brutal Legend 2, which is not something we're working on.
Oh, really? That would have been nice.
Department of Death as a travel agent, or where I work as a Psychonaut?
Psychonaut. It has a lot more personal career growth possibilities. They have badges, whereas Manny had kind of a dead-end job.
That's true. Well, seeing as how you'd like to be a Psychonaut, this is a good question. Telekinesis or clairvoyance?
Well, you can do so much with telekinesis, but clairvoyance lets you see how people see you, which is terrifying, and I don't want to know. It's all real telekinesis.
Good pick. Okay, Rad or Rads?
Oh, Lee's game Rad. Post-apocalyptic 80s roguelike action game. Or Raz, who's a human being, but fictional. I'll go with Raz because he's on Game Pass.
I like that. Would you rather be a lighthouse or a seabird?
Oh. Well, seabirds are cool, but lighthouses get pooped on a lot. And in general in life, what I'm saying is you'd rather be the pooper than the thing that gets pooped on. So I'm going seabird.
Unfortunately, I think I agree. I don't have to agree on that statement, but cool. Do you prefer talking animals or sentient objects, if they were real?
I mean, it depends on the object of the animal. I'd rather know what, like, my cat is thinking than know what my toilet is feeling.
Oh.
And I'd rather my toilet not have any thoughts at all.
Yeah. We're going down a real roast.
I apologize for the gross examples because I don't know why.
We're never doing this game again.
The safe and erratic.
We're so done. Fantasy or sci-fi?
Science fiction, sci-fi. I like the music better.
Yes, my guy. Okay, would you rather have tentacles or two heads?
Instead of, well, I'm going to go tentacles because two heads is just like another mouth to feed.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Do you prefer boss fights or platforming?
I like platforming on the way to a boss fight. You can have a boss fight at the end, but platform.
Okay. Now for the big question. We're in Germany. I have to ask this. Currywurst or strudel?
Is that what it looks like? They have a little currywurst.
Yeah, that's the best ones we could find.
One's sweet and one's really goofy, but the Schaefers come from a long line of German sausage makers. No joke.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to go with currywurst.
Okay. There you go.
Currywurst.
I think they'd say currywurst.
You should know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm big up the family tree and say it wrong.
Well, thanks again, Tim. This has been a lot of fun. Remember, guys, Keeper launches on October 17th, 2025. But you guys can wishlist it today. Of course, there is still tons more to come up, including this exciting update from our friends at Square Enix that should make those of you anxiously awaiting an Xbox Ally on October 16th pretty happy.
That's what I was waiting for.
latest developments in World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, and more on Chronos: The New Dawn. Live from Cologne, Germany, this is Xbox at Gamescom.
ゲームファンの皆様、こんにちは。スクエアエックスの浜口です。私がシリーズディレクターを務めるファイナルファンタジー7リメイクがいよいよ Xbox プラットフォームに登場します。一作目となるファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードでは、主人公のクラウドとその仲間たちが世界を支配するシンガカンパニー、宿敵セフィロスと戦う姿が
Even though I already played Final Fantasy VII Remake and, of course, Rebirth, I still need to finish Rebirth. But I'm happy it's coming to the Xbox, and I will buy this on the Xbox like I did for Final Fantasy 16. Ah, Yuffie!
合わせて楽しんでいただけます。本作は Xbox Play Anywhere に対応していますので、Xbox シリーズ X&S、Xbox on PC、さらに Xbox
Of course, on the Ally.
でもプレイ可能です。いつでもどこでもあなたのスタイルでファイナルファンタジー7の
I can't wait.
取り込んでください。Xbox 版のファイナルファンタジー7
This winter,
イン
okay.
ターグレードはこの冬に発売予定です。ウィッシュリストに登録して、ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクシリーズの新情報をお待ちください。それでは、ダンゲシェーン
Okay, so that's really it. That's perfectly fine. I'm excited to play it again on a different platform. Oh, for sure. For sure. And I'm going to stream it. I mean, technically that's all I was like looking forward to the floor showcase was more information on the Ally, a little bit more information on Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know, that I'm glad that a little bit more detail. Well, hopefully that the game will drop in December or around July. This process probably will drop in January. I always get those two months mixed up. But yeah, I will live stream Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then once we get information on Rebirth, of course they're gonna do the same thing with Rebirth. Possibly they're gonna might drop it like a little bit earlier in the fall, like around November, and then we'll hear about the final take on the trilogy of Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know, of the last one, which will probably drop in all platforms. Like, and then of course they'll do like, oh, we're gonna sell all these 3 games in a bundle. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of people are waiting for all these 3 games to be bundled up in one set.
The world premiere trailer for Freestyle Football 2 here on Xbox at Gamescom. Now you're right on time to learn about all that's new in World of Warcraft. So I talked with World of Warcraft senior game director Ian Hattakostas and associate director Paul Cubitt about the exciting updates in store for players. Now, first of all, right, Paul, welcome to the show for the first time.
Thanks for having us. Glad to be here.
Yeah, and Ian, welcome back as well. Like, you were here last year revealing the World Soul Saga, the War Within. Welcome back.
Time for Chapter 2. Pleasure to be back.
I can't believe I've seen your booth. I'm going to say it. I think you probably got one of the best booths at Gamescom. I was walking around earlier. I was like blown away by it.
I'm biased, but you're not wrong. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool, especially some of the updates we're going to be talking throughout this segment about. But to kick things off, last night, opening night live, and that cinematic, you kind of explain for people that need to know about what that kind of show was.
It would have been nice if World of Warcraft would drop on Xbox. That would have been nice.
Just the story of War Within. So, heroes around Azeroth began hearing these voices, seeing visions, these like dark omens, from messages from the World Soul herself about darkness coming. That led to a surprise attack on the city of Dalaran, the destruction of our beloved city of Dalaran, and the nature of the threat facing us being revealed. This powerful entity known as Xal'atath. So over the course of the World Soul Saga, over the course of the War Within, and trying to kind of keep up with her. She's one step ahead of us along the way. At the culmination of the war within, as we just discovered, she kind of ascended to a new tier of power and is finally poised to really unleash the power of the void upon Azeroth.
Yeah, and that leads us directly into what we saw in the trailer yesterday, which is Zalatat and her devouring host at the gates of the Sunwell, ready to threaten everything that's dear to us, and our beloved elves, Lorthamar, Liadrin, and the rest of them all mounting a defense along with an intercession from the Sunwell itself. Super exciting stuff. That is the beginning of the expansion, which you saw in the trailer there, and that leads directly into the story.
Yeah, I still can't get over last year with the War Within with the VR experience of the destruction of Dalaran. But that was one of my favourite cities in the old expansions. But we're also returning to some areas that players are going to really know. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Dalaran was one of your favorite cities. It was one of mine too. Wait till you see Silvermoon V2 in Midnight. So we are going to be returning to, among other areas.
You saw this, right, Pickles?
First introduced in Burning Crusade.
On the Discord?
Reimagined and expanded now. It's Eversong Wood.
Well, we told them that their prices are going to go up too, so.
Still, Horde City apart with some Horde-only districts. But under these pressing circumstances, they have opened their gates to the Alliance to mount this final stand against Zalatat's forces.
Yep, and that's just the first of the zones that we have. After that, you'll head into Zulaman, City of the Trolls.
Yeah, PlayStation's going up on price on their consoles. Starting tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow.
Very cool space. We also have Herondar, home of the Heronir. This is, the Heronir we met during the War Within. They're a race who are sort of this enigmatic elf-like race. We don't know a whole lot about them. We're going to learn a lot more once we go to Herondar and learn that not all of them are as welcoming as the few we've met, Orwena and her crew in the War Within. And lastly, we're going to go into the Void Storm. This is basically Zalatat's base of operations where she is mounting her attack against Azeroth. We find our way into the Void Storm and take the fight to her and the Devouring Host. Super exciting. A bunch of beautiful zones.
I know, right? It's hilarious.
Trying to get the money warfare with that speed trial. So it's going to be really fun to go back. And of course, go to Silvermoon as an Alliance player. It'll be fun. But with all these new areas, what are some of the activities that people are going to get up into when they go there?
Well, the first, I think, is you can have the campaign. A new campaign that takes you through these zones. And it does so in an interesting way. You'll start by going into the city of Silvermoon and then into Eversong Woods. But after that, players are presented with a choice. Do they want to go to those two of those other zones I mentioned, go straight to Zulaman and learn a little bit more about the Imani trolls, what's going on there? Do they want to go into Herondar and learn about the Heronir? Or do they want to go on the third chapter of the campaign, which is actually a little bit different. It is not tied to any particular zone, but it takes you to some of the older places in the world, places like Hope Chapel, places like Stratholme, a couple other interesting places as well. And in that quest line, you'll be working alongside Eritor.
And when I saw those prices, I said, oh man, the Xbox is a little bit more cheaper than the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's $100 less.
This is all in the interest of giving players
No way.
which storyline is most interesting to them. And it's all done in a way which also leads you through a couple different delves. You'll play through a couple delves.
No, the $200 less. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And I'm looking at, wait a minute. Oh shit. I'm looking at the price right now on the Xbox. It's like, man, I'll go buy myself another Xbox. Forget about the PlayStation. Yeah. That's right, Pickles. It's $600 for the Xbox Series X, and this is like the Pro is now considerably $800. I know, right? Now look how the tables have turned. So now, what are the pairs that are gonna pick this holiday? The PlayStation 5 or Xbox? Get an Xbox. This is gonna piss a lot of ponies off. This is going to piss the ponies off. I know, they're gonna jump to the Switch. I mean,
You saw how Dreamcast guy was, and other people is like, you guys really don't want like to lose. It's like it's so stupid. It just happened like this announcement just happened like like 15 minutes ago. And plus, it's posted on the Discord, on the group Discord that we're in. Someone posted the someone posted up all the article. It's on the Discord as well.
But it'll be a couple quick hours to go through all the big cinematics, all the major beats. By the time you're done, you should know everything that happened from the beginning of the Isle of Thorn to the end of Ghost of Koresh, and you're fully up to speed to hop right into Midnight.
Yeah, no, that's amazing as well. Because it's a bit more like welcoming as well. To kind of like grab all your friends to hop in and play with you and explore that, which I'm excited about. But there is one feature, and it kind of goes back to your booth as well, right? That has been requested for so long, and we've got to touch now. I was watching as well your Creator Clash earlier. Player housing. Can you let us know what we're going to experience with that?
Absolutely, yeah. We are super excited for people to start stepping into housing.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, man. I mean, what can we do? I mean, a lot of things are being so expensive around the world.
What housing is you can have your own little corner of Azeroth.
I don't think so. It's almost 9 o'clock here, but the barbershops aren't open yet, so I probably will still have time.
Vendors who sell some interesting tchotchkes here and there. You might work with other crafters on your server who can make some interesting furniture for you. You take all those things.
Don't worry, I still have time. Time during the day to go get a haircut.
Countless self-expression is really it's like a hallmark design pillar of the feature. We kind of threw out the entire rule book here, including gravity. If you want a table that floats in midair, you want a table that's upside down, you can do it. I think we really wanted to unleash players' creativity to make their houses the full expression of their personality. And it's not just a single house that is your own. You're also going to be part of a neighborhood community. So we wanted to make sure.
Oh, we can finally build homes now? Huh. Took them so long to actually do that feature.
Come into your home, for you to go into theirs, and for you to feel like part of a group.
No, it's amazing. Also, for people that have been playing for a long time, so it's one of the first things I want to know when I heard about my house coming in. If you're playing since the Burning Crusade, am I going to have some extra cool bits added to my house for that?
You should, yeah. If you've been playing for decades, as it sounds like you have, then yeah, there's plenty of achievements that you would automatically have completed that would grant you decor if you've advanced your professions. You may have access to build some of those things that would take other people a little bit more time to get those professions to the point where they can build that particular piece of decor. So yeah, we want to make sure that people who've been playing for a while are rewarded for that play. Of course, this also comes along with that we don't want to have any of that be exclusive. So if you are just coming into World of Warcraft for the first time in Midnight, none of those should be opportunities that were only accessible to you in 2008 and they're gone. Anybody can go back and get that stuff whenever you like.
Yeah, I can already tell. Like Sam from our team will be hanging a Warblade up above his door, like without a doubt. But one of the big things as well, right? People aren't going to have to wait for the launch of Midnight to get their hands on their housing, are they?
No, they're not. Player housing will actually be coming before Midnight in our final War Within patch, 11.2.7, coming later this year. So anyone who owns Midnight at that point can claim their first house, begin decorating it, and all players, even if you don't yet own Midnight, can start building their collection of decor, though you will need the expansion to actually have a house to put it in.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm excited for it. But what's next for the team? Now you've kind of announced Midnight, showing the cinematic trailer. What's next?
Are you excited to get back and kind of finish this game? We're going to be talking very soon about our first public alpha tests and then a larger beta to follow. And all of this, getting player feedback, helping polish the game, and building towards a release in early 2026. Yep, and we're going to be here at Gamescom all week as well. Ian and Maria Hamilton will be talking tomorrow about some of the characters and zones within the expansion in a little bit more detail. And then later on in the week, Ian and I will do a big systems download where we talk about a lot of the systems.
that they have the game.
Yeah, I was going to ask about like what else can players get involved, like people, viewers get involved in with World of Warcraft, because we've got so much going on. We mentioned the Creator Clash earlier. What like are there more shows out today? The streams we can go watch as well afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. There's I think various live events going on from our stage all week, and then we're going to keep rolling information out. I think this yesterday was the beginning of just letting people know what we've been up to, and we're going to have more and more information and opportunities to engage. We'll have video streams and more just coming all through the fall.
Yeah, honestly, I can't say thank you enough. Like from coming on the show last year to talk to us midnight today, Paul, Ian, thank you so much. And also from tons of new titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, the Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated on Xbox. We've already witnessed so much cool stuff here on day one. Gamescom.
It's because it's been cloudy in the morning, and right now like the sun is like still gonna come like towards above me, because that's why I have my lights on, so that way we can see the screen better, and a lot of shadows popping in and out from the outside, because it's still morning. Oh, power spray. I haven't played that game in a while. Another cozy game. Well, this game is pretty popular, Pickles.
Gosh, it's just so strangely satisfying. And hey, if you happen to uncover any ancient artifacts in the mud, then I know just who to call. Indiana Jones fans, get ready to take on new challenges of impressive proportions. The Order of Giants expansion is almost here, and it's set to shake up the world of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Joining me to talk through the new locations, new puzzles, and some truly monumental enemies, please welcome Machine Games lead game designer Zeke Barrett and creative director Axel Torvinus. Welcome, guys. How are you today?
More Indiana Jones stuff.
Really excited to be here. I'm so excited to talk to you. Zeke, it's lovely to meet you for the first time. Axel, it's great to see you again. I'm so happy to be chatting about the new expansion. So, to catch us up, if we haven't already played the game, I mean, first of all, what are you guys doing? I've had a great time playing it. But for those of us who haven't maybe had a chance to dip into the world of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, what would you say is a great thing to get us used to the Order of Giants, and how does it fit in with the game so far?
Yeah, so the Order of the Giants is an extension, so you can start playing it right from the beginning of not right from the beginning of the game, but as you journey through the Vatican, it's a natural extension into the plot of the Great Circle, and so it's
I know, right?
Sorry, yeah, so you want to take this one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically about deepening the
There
mystery
you go.
and the lore about the Nephilim and the Order of Giants. And it takes place and starts off in the Vatican. That's where the game.
And they still got more. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna capture some more stuff. We already hit the 3 hour mark.
A lot of new exciting content for you to enjoy.
Very exciting. I can't wait to see what kind of the new locations are, because one of my favorite parts was obviously exploring some of the ancient Egyptian tombs in the main game. I've loved ancient Egypt ever since I was younger, so feeling that through India as well was so class. I can't wait for that. Now, Axel, you're mentioning the Nephilim Order, and I really love Locust, obviously, in the first the main game. But tell us a little bit more about the lore behind the Order and the giants we can expect in this game.
Absolutely, and without giving away too many spoilers, because that would be boring, right? But the core premise is that within the Vatican you will encounter this mysterious character, Father Ricci. He is very obsessed with this idea of a secret chamber and a certain artifact and a relic that he's hunting for. And he asks Indiana Jones for help to unravel the mystery of him. And that sets you off on a path where we dig much deeper into the background story, the background lore of the Nephilims and the tribal giants, and how that connects with both the Vatican as a whole, but also the other.
I mean, when I'm gaming, it's usually up to 2.5, 3 hours of gaming. Mostly like 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 50 minutes for gaming. This is a lot of information. I mean, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of people are watching and on other people's live streams.
Experience from the first playthrough as you get through the Vatican. You find Father Ricci. You can go on.
I'll probably end the stream when they show Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and then after that I'm just gonna stop right there.
As we're looking forward to that, I really enjoyed some of the side stories that we would go off and do, the adventures within the, or even just snapping some pictures. So lots more of that to look forward to in the Order of Giants.
Oh yeah. So we have lots of brand new puzzles, lots of new mechanics, new enemies, and all of our puzzles are from fresh. We were new mechanics, and we're not recycling anything there. As well, we also have 2 new adventure books that you can find, tons of notes that will give you backstory about the history of the Nephilim and other things. And as Axel has said, this is the kind of content that ties into the story from before. Like you'll be able to find out more about some things that you kind of maybe overlooked, and also about the story to come. So in your journal you'll have all these notes, and it fits right into that journey of filling the journal from the very first note you pick up in Marshall College all the way to what you find in Iraq.
Heck yeah. Oh, that sounds so exciting. I wanted to ask about the adventure bits because I love the way you guys integrated that as a way to level up in these skills and stuff. I wish I could do that. I mean,
Black Ops 7 will be released in November 14th. The beta for Black Ops 7 will start in October. But the full game of Black Ops 7 starts in November 14th. That's when the game comes out.
Find little puzzles, solve mysteries, and it fits right into the whole idea of being Indiana Jones, being curious and always open for discovery.
Got you. You guys must be so smart doing puzzles all the time in game and in the office and stuff, crafting these ones.
The beta is coming out in October. The full game itself will launch in November 14th.
How did the success of the main game and the Great Circle inform your decisions going forward into the DLC?
Yeah. So it's always been the plan to kind of deepen the story and dive deeper into the aspects that we do have in the DLC. And with that being a very conscious choice, we also could make sure that we have good integration. So the DLC takes place and kicks off, within the Vatican, and there was not an easy thing to.
The beta for Black Ops 7 will start in October the 5th.
That's just working under the hood. That it's basically this kind of seamless transition in.
No, October 2nd. My bad.
There's a lot of hard work that has been ongoing.
And then the open beta for Black Ops 7 will start in October 5th. And then after that, that beta will end at around October 8th. So the start again for the beta, if you pre-order it, it'll start on October 2nd. Then for open beta, we'll start on October 5th.
Love that. I mean, I don't want to gas you guys up a little too much, but I just had such a blast with the first one as well, especially with the puzzles and also just uncovering the Vatican and all of the locations we went. And even some of the performances were just so incredible. I was, not to name drop, but I was lucky enough to talk to Troy, Baker, and Marius, obviously, about their characters in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And Troy was saying about how the main point from himself and also
you guys developing it was to really put the player in Indiana's shoes.
Yeah.
It's not Troy Baker's Indiana. It's yourself. It's the player's Indiana. So that's so cool. And coming on to the players and how they've enjoyed the game, how do you think the community feedback has really helped shape the Order of Giants going forward and a lot of the decisions you guys have made?
I mean, at Machine Games, it's always important. We always listen. We love to get, community feedback or player feedback, to hear from the fans. And one thing that stood out to us after releasing The Great Circle was that the thing that we really wanted to try to convey with this game was things that were appreciated by the fans as well. And when listening in on certain aspects, like could this be tweaked, could this be polished, that absolutely helped our process moving forward. But we did already obviously have a very strong vision and a plan for what to do. But there are a lot of micro decisions within the DLC and the development of it that is in relation to, listening into the community and the player feedback. It's we had this opportunity to be able to polish some things even further. There are sections within the DLC that is even of higher quality than the main game. Yes, given to the fact that we had more time to polish certain aspects.
So I would say it was a really great place to be in terms of confidence on development side, on design side, like being off the base game and going right into DLC. All of the level designers really had a nice chance to just start making new puzzles from after years of working on a lot of content and it had been started long before. We had a lot of new people join, and so this was their first time to get to take a puzzle from start to finish, and it was just having the success behind it was, and all the fans saying that they wanted more was just the greatest impetus.
Heck yeah, that sounds really refreshing as well, really gearing up. I love that. Well, speaking of developing it, and see, maybe you can give us a little bit of insight behind the curtains and what the team were up to. Was there any fun fan favorite moments from or experiences that you could share with us from the team about making Order of Giants?
Oh, I was thinking, I think maybe, getting one of my favorite parts about developing the core game, and I think this plays into the DLC a good bit, was just we have all this stuff that you're able to use to beat up bad guys. It's a shovel, it's a plunger, it's a shower brush, and this is the sort of thing that we had early in the game, and just as we started to develop it, it's oh, this is super fun. And at some point we realized later in development, we need to have more and more and more stuff, but nobody had made that list. But one day the associate game director, Frederick Ingdahl, stepped forward and he was like, "Hey, Zeke, I just had this 150 weapons that I'd like to suggest." And so I think that carried on through the base game, and actually as we started into the DLC, it was just what are we going to be able to hit our enemies with now as well?
Well, that's a lot of choice. I mean, India is certainly well equipped there. That was good to say.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask, guys, when and how can we access the new update?
Yeah, so on September 4th, it's out. If you have premium or a premium upgrade or the edition, you will be able to just access that. If you only have the base version of the game, it will be accessible and you can purchase it as a standalone as well. But you need to have the base game to be able to enjoy the DLC.
Okay, amazing. I can't wait to play myself and get a theme song stuck in my head all over again. I can't wait.
Nice.
Well, Axel, Zeke, it's been so much fun chatting all things Order of Giants. Congratulations again on the main game. Can't wait to play it. And maybe we should go over to the Indiana Jones booth over there and have a look at the puzzles there.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Now, from ourselves here at the Xbox at Gamescom broadcast, we have a very special edition of the official Call of Duty podcast. But first, we're about to fall into the disturbing world of Chronos, the New Dawn, the latest nightmare from Bloober Team. I can't wait to play. Let's join the Traveler in their fight to survive and enjoy some never-before-seen gameplay.
Hello, my name is Wojciech Pinko and I'm a game director of Chronos the New
It's
Dawn.
almost over.
And today I'll be your guide.
The show's almost over.
Factory, which actually was a ground
I
zero
think
for
Call of Duty is going to be the last one that they're going to show, and then that's it.
So let's
It's
quickly
perfectly
what
fine.
happens to shortcuts. And let's go. In Chronos, you can break crates, to find more loot, which will be really important. And the first enemy, no signs of life. I think we are safe, so let's move forward. And these guys are definitely alive.
Oh,
combat in kernels may be quite challenging, and the enemies can hit hard. And merge, yeah, wow.
merge. Oh man, some crazy stuff.
And the biomass can also spawn monsters, so be aware wherever you are.
Well, they did say Call of Duty is gonna be like their next one. It's gonna be a special one. I have a feeling that it's gonna be over.
We are calling it the Hammer. And the new one. I think this one is, yeah, it's the Puker. He has a range attack, so let's get far away. And oh yeah, use a barrel to destroy the enemies. Using environment is also super important. Don't forget that you can also charge your weapons. So please notice that the traveler sometimes presses the trigger to fire like a single bullet, but also sometimes charges it, so the bullet will have more damage, but will also got like a piercing ability. Of course, what I'm talking right now about the pistol, the shotgun works.
Look at these monster designs, man.
Increases the spread.
Freaking crazy.
And the big guy just woke up.
Whoa.
It's discharging. Yeah, the weapon has been charged. And we got hit. Let's switch weapon to the submachine gun. The big guy wants to merge. So yeah, again, using a flamethrower to interrupt the merge. Remember, don't let them merge. Use also the canister that was set in the environment, and the enemy is gone.
Some freaky stuff, man.
It's worth to exploring the area to find like a supply box.
Yeah, it does have that kind of mechanics type thing going.
So the trick is that the collective is sending only one traveler at a time, to not too much with time flow, since they are of course jumping in time. So the game, starts when your predecessor went off radar, and then you are picking up his mission. Let's squeeze through, and I can hear some monsters. Oh, and the soul, the essence of someone we extracted before, is talking to us.
Oh!
Joe grabbed us. We call this monster Joe. It's like a sticking or being.
Oh, what?
Ceilings. And
Oh, that's creepy. Oh, what the hell is that?
Them always, there's one more. And now, he will not grab us. We can safely loot the place.
Some crazy stuff in this game. What?
Less biomass, a good sign. Oh no, there is more. And we can hear roars, so more jaws will be here. So let's squeeze in and look for them. Yeah, there's one. Charge shot. And more grows, means that the area isn't clear yet. Yes. One more charge shot, one more down. And I don't hear them anymore. I think this sector is clear. So we can grab more ammo.
Man, imagine this hearing this
And
game in headphones. This is crazy. Oh
This
shit!
one has stacks on its body. It means that yeah, it's more powerful.
Jump scare.
It hit really hard. Reposition is the key to victory in Chronos. Yeah, you need to act fast. Yeah, charge your weapons like this. That was a juicy shot. And the shower area. This body has a tentacles on it. It means that it may be absorbed by the other monsters. And here they come. Let's grab a flamethrower ammo. Oh yeah. Now we can interrupt merge again. And stop. Still alive? Not for long. The gates are detecting monsters and they are sometimes closing you with them, but if you dispatch them, the gates will open. Those gates are also built by other travelers to lock some areas infested by the monsters. Oh, and we are in more open space. There are some tents left here by the military that was trying to fight with the outbreak of the disease. And there is a barrel. I will use it to burn the biomass and get in the secret area. Shell patch. This is like a health pack. And a lot of loot. And here comes the armored enemy. Its body is covered with the armor, so you need to aim at the exposed parts. Oh yeah, you can see that the bullets are bouncing off the armor, but I think the chest is exposed, so yeah, let's use it against him.
It's crazy.
And this stance seems clear. So as a traveler, you must constantly be aware of your surroundings. Like loot every place you can. Also, you can craft some ammunition, for example. We need to make a space for more crafting materials. So yeah, torch fuel also will be needed. And now we can grab more metal scraps from the shelf. Use the health patch to heal ourselves, and let's delve into the rest of the factory.
The atmosphere of this game does have that evil within, you know? That's what I'm getting at as well. And some Dead Space vibes too.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Call of Duty.
Welcome everyone to the crossover event of the century. That's right, folks, the official Call of Duty podcast, the COD Pod, and we are back taking over Gamescom here on the Xbox broadcast. Don't know how they let this happen, but we're in, baby. My name is Miles Ross. I'm the host of the COD Pod, joined as ever by my partner in crime and Activision, Stephanie Snowden.
Hello, Miles. We took the COD Pod on the road all the way. It's my first time at Gamescom. It's been awesome because
I may end the stream like in the next
night at opening night live.
in the next
It was incredible.
what around What time is it right now?
Black Ops 7, tons of juicy details, and
I say if it keeps going after 9:30, I will probably end the stream at 9:45.
But yes, in Omaha, we get the very first look at Black Ops 7, which is coming later this year. And there's so much to get into. There's so much content. This game has so much to talk about, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg for us. So we're going to get a little deeper on the co-op campaign, and specifically the end game, which is part of the co-op campaign, but a world, an experience that unlocks after you complete the linear campaign. We're going to get into the juicy details.
Okay. More on the deep dive in campaign a bit later on, but thousands of fans tuning in online as well to check this trailer out, and it was very, very cool. Here in person as well at Gamescom, absolutely fantastic. Gamescom's been great.
Yeah, I mean, in the room for opening night live is something that I've never experienced, and just meeting so many Call of Duty fans in person, getting chills. I thought what Natalie Miles did on stage and the lights and getting the Menendez experience, right?
He scared the life out of the crowd.
He did. There were audible gasps in there. But it's not just opening night live, because we dropped the official Black Ops 7 developer direct on the Call of Duty YouTube channel. Definitely check that out if you haven't. So yeah, we just have a few things to talk about.
That was a nutrient-rich dessert. It was great. Just a few of that. We're gonna get into it. So Steph, let's start high level. What are some of the key things to look forward to here in Black Ops 7?
So I think some of the most important things to know about Black Ops 7 are it's set in 2035, right? So this is 10 years after the events of Black Ops 2, if you're familiar with Black Ops 2. So think of that near future. It's not quite in reach. It's got ties to BO2, ties to BO6, Black Ops 6, our last game. And like I said, so much content. We have the 3 core modes with campaign, multiplayer, and zombies coming to Black Ops 7. And we've also got Dead Ops Arcade, we've got zombie survival maps, we've got global progression across the game, which means for the first time you can actually earn XP, progress your weapons, earn all the good things, make your gameplay super rewarding, including in campaign. And we've got David Mason is back, Raul Menendez is back. This is the story that Treyarch and Raven have wanted to tell. It's a David Mason story. There's so much to talk about.
But also being able to progress through my ranks in campaign is a big one. More on the campaign coming up. Let's go to multiplayer. Place very close to my heart, and there is some serious goodies to get through there.
Yeah, so we only got a little bit of intel in the developer direct and in the reveal about multiplayer. So there's lots more to come, which we're gonna get into a little later in the show. But tons of content coming to MP and some really exciting innovations. Maps, maybe we jump in there.
Well, 16 of them, right? 1666 maps, which is a lot. There's a ton to get through this place. 3 of those will be remasters. Absolute bangers there.
Yeah, Raid, Hijack, and Express.
Yeah, so absolute classics.
There we got to look at Raid in Japan.
It's got a fresh quote. It was great. It was the 2020 maps. Fantastic. It's got huge. And that 2035 aesthetic has just been sort of plastered across the board there. We're really getting a very shiny, gorgeous new color.
Treyarch's really pushed on clear lane definition on these maps in Black Ops 7. I think that, like you said, the 2035 aesthetic has allowed them to create really clean lanes. There's some really, really cool maps that just have sort of a different finish than we might be used to in some other Call of Duty maps. So I think it's going to be a fresh take on some classics, but also some really solid, new maps that I know Treyarch's been listening to map feedback, and I'm excited to get my hands on them in the beta. So I can't wait.
Super excited. Well, we've set our board. We've got our maps. Now let's talk about some pieces, weapons, many weapons in this game. So.
Yes, there's 16 all new to the franchise weapons coming at launch, which is awesome. So nothing we've ever seen in Call of Duty before. You may have noticed I saw some eagle-eyed fans catch the Peacekeeper and some of the marketing, which is an exciting return. But also, I think a lot of these weapons were sort of like an homage to the Black Ops 2 weapons in a way.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the M8 in there. Of course, obviously, got the classics and burst weapons in there as well. But
Well, that's cool that we're getting some returning weapons for Call of Duty.
We've got gadgets, we've got gear, we've got equipment.
The gadgets and gear, like I Sword Unchained at the studio, just because I think it's really creatively given them the opportunity to deliver, things that we haven't seen in Call of Duty before that still feel grounded, still feel like the combat that you know and love, but with a fresh new take in that near future kind of setting. So I'm really excited about the streaks personally. We saw a little bit of dog.
And I think this is like my longest live stream I ever done.
Cannot wait. I thought that they are mean streaks. But not just streaks. While we're talking about changes, there is next level Omni movement.
Yeah, next level Omni movement is really exciting.
Oh, Omni movement's coming back. Okay.
The core movement. Omni movement was obviously a really massive innovation in Black Ops 6. They continue to build on that with the near future setting, changing a couple of things, adding wall jump. We've increased the base sprint speed, and also attack sprint is now disabled by default. You can enable it with the permanent.
Yeah, so you've got the player choice there. You can still build that loadout that way, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think
The map's built for next level Omni movement, right? So you're going to be able to have that playground.
well, some clips are really cool. So we're not only changing movement, we're also changing a new feature, the Cloud Right, which is the overclock feature. Can you explain that? We're not talking about CPUs.
Not talking about CPUs. Overclocks is one of the coolest innovations coming to Black Ops 7. They're really intended to give players further choice in terms of customization for your own unique playstyle. So you can overclock equipment, field upgrades, and score streaks. So basically, by playing throughout the match, you're going to unlock the customization option. One that comes to mind off the top of my head, we were talking about before.
Oh, yeah.
Package, right? So
Yeah. Recently, I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. When I have the enabling on for all platforms, I can see it like stutter so much. I'm like, man, how can I fix this? So what I did was like I only put console only, so PlayStation and Xbox. Wasn't so much stuttering after that. I think is when you're playing with PC users, like it does stutter a lot. I was like, how can they fix this? So what I did was I went to settings, went to console only, and the game plays perfectly fine, just with console only on all sections of Call of Duty. Warzone, multiplayer, zombies. No, I can't. It really can't. That's the problem. But with the handheld that's coming out, I think it's gonna be a lot better. That's why I also wanna get the Xbox Ally X. Because it's PC, and I'm pretty sure that game is gonna. I'm pretty sure the Call of Duty games are gonna play a lot more smoother on that device than on the console. Because I really want to play with a lot of people, and it sucks that I have to keep turning off the Call of Duty feature of playing with everybody. So because I really want to play with everybody on the console. So now that the handheld's coming, I'll be able to play it with everybody, not just lock it in one single device.
There's a lot to give. It needs its own. We had to make a zombies week out of it, basically.
But the original crew has made a return, and obviously the Dark Keeper has flung them. It's more powers.
Yeah. At the end of the Black Ops 6 story, we see, a version of the Black Ops 6 crew. Seemingly in the Dark Ether was some version of the original crew. In the developer direct, we got just a peek at what we think could be the big bad of Black Ops 7. Definitely an ominous villain may have appeared.
Well, we've got a lot going on there.
Yeah, the survival maps.
James. Yeah, back first time since VO2. Really, really exciting there as well. So you tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think this is definitely the how long can you last in tighter spaces kind of vibe, and I think that people are going to be really excited for that experience to come to. But more on that soon before I get dragged off the desk. Yeah.
That's
Toga Zombie still. We've got Dead Up Arcade. That's also happening. So twin stick, top-down, zombie-centric shooter. Earning XP through progression as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype in the chat last night when the Dead Ops Arcade 4 announce was there. And so this is so cool. If you don't know what Dead Ops Arcade is, Treyarch, has put this in the last, some of the games. And it's a really exciting experience because it's a game within a game. And now you can earn XP for playing that as well. So more on that.
I get to hear the sort of Black Ops 7 rank up sound in every mode I'm playing now, which is going to be fantastic. Well, up next, we're going to be diving into the co-op campaign with our guests Treyarch and Raven. The first is the official Black Ops 7 reveal trailer.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go. I'm looking back to take the glad this is what we do next. A lot of people counting on us, friends. You show no fear. Strike the ball or quote.
This isn't real.
Dominate!
Another trailer, yeah. It's the same trailer, actually. It's the same trailer that it was at the end of the showcase.
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You're never cut out to be a beast.
No more games. This ends now. Get the Best of Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
Welcome back. That trailer is so fun to watch. I never get tired of hearing Metallica and watching that. But I want to welcome in our developer guests. We have Miles Leslie, Associate Creative Director at Treyarch, and Natalie Gorski, Lead Producer on the campaign. Everything software. Guys, come out a tour.
Let's go.
We're so
Let's go.
We are so pumped to be here.
Let's go.
You've been on a journey.
Yes.
We've all been on a journey to get.
What day is it? Let's go.
Yes, exactly. But how BO7 is out in the world. Black Ops 7 is here. It's out there. It's been so cool to see people react to it. How does it feel for you guys to finally be able to talk about the game?
Oh, incredible. I mean, things have blown open at this point. So we've been eager to talk about this game for a long time. We've been developing it for a while. We have a lot of stuff in store for you guys, so we can't wait to tell you more about it.
Yes, let's go. I'm so excited. We love that we can talk about more of the game, not all of it, sorry, but more of it. I think we're really excited about the reception already, super positive. It's a big game.
It's a big game, a lot of content. So, Miles, set the stage for us, right? We know that this game takes place in 2035. We know that's 10 years after the events of Black Ops 2. What kind of world are we, walking into in Black Ops 7?
Yeah, I love this question. So, ever since we left Black Ops 2, we left David Mason in the world, we always wanted to go back to it. There was a story there to be told, but it was never the right time. Black Ops 7 was that time. We wanted to go to David Mason.
Zombies is making a comeback, and full player co-op is going to be a thing for this game.
And now Raul is back. And so the world's like, what? Like they're barely getting over last time, and now he's back again, and now David has to deal and really come face to face with that, and Raul.
And plus, we're gonna get like survivor mode onto this game. You know, like almost like horde mode.
That's the beauty when we crafted this from the start was we love pulling threads, and really for the fans that know, get that payoff. But if you don't know anything, there's no homework required. You can jump into this and have a great time, and maybe you become a fan of, hey, this David Mason guy, he's kind of messed up. I want to learn more. I like it. You can go back to VO2 and kind of become a fan of the other games that connect into it. I replayed VO2 last year.
Yeah.
Epic.
I'll be hitting the YouTube recap videos because they are plentiful. Lots of those. Natalie, okay, we've got some OGs, we've got Dave, we've got Menendez. Some of the new faces. Can you share any fun notes about those guys?
Oh, I would love to. So let's start with Emma Kangan, CEO of the Guild. She's fascinating. She was essentially a child prodigy. She's brilliant. She worked her way up. She has a background in computational economics and robotics, which makes her the perfect person to be running this company that is the Guild. And she has a really, she has ideas about how to deal with this. And she's a leader, and she has people to back her up. But sometimes, again, this sort of puts place.
I mean, you know how these Call of Duty games are gonna be, how big they are gonna be, and Xbox allows us to remove older games off, so that's totally fine.
Dedicated that she, after being diagnosed with degenerative disease, she was taken out of the field, and she opted for limb augmentation to get back. So she's got a bionic arm and leg, and she is intimidating, but she also has such a fun energy and personality to her. So she's a great fit for the team.
Yeah, she was doing some really badass stuff in the trailer.
As soon as we saw her in game, and even when we met Frankie Adams, who plays, we knew she was like, oh, she's just always been in Black Ops. Like it just fits.
She's such a good fit.
I saw that foot as well, that giant mechanical foot, and I was like, oh, used.
So let's talk a little bit about gameplay, Miles. This is a linear campaign, but we know that Black Ops delivers on these mind-bending experiences. So in terms of mission variety, what can we expect the campaign experience to be like?
Expect the unexpected. We wanted to really push on that variety. You heard us talk about it yesterday. You saw it in the trailer. We're going to a lot of unique places. Some real, some are bent reality hallucinations that you'll understand why in the story. But we really want to push into that 2035, Japan, Alaska, Los Angeles, Angola, and that has spread also not even in co-op campaign, but also in multiplayer, where you can revisit these locations that have narrative and story time as well, which is really exciting. And it really feels like we're pushing it. Like you haven't seen this.
Yeah. And what about Avalon? I heard that, Avalon is a big part of the campaign. What can we expect there?
Yeah, Avalon's great. Now that we hinted at, we've been seeding this. We kind of first got introduced in Avalon and Black Ops 6, and now you get to kind of see the whole thing. First, through the linear campaign, you're going to get little pieces of it, and then after you complete the main campaign, it all unlocks an end game, and really all of Avalon opens up. And now the world is your oyster in the end game of Avalon.
More on end game in a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because they got hit with the fear gas. That's gonna be a big part of the campaign. And as for Black Ops 6, well, it's free on Game Pass. And the size for that game.
From the start, we wanted it to be a co-op experience, and that's twofold. One is the story. Natalie touched on this. Our characters and our hero squad, four of them, they're like a family. They're like each is a piece of a puzzle. Natalie said this, and I love this term, is we put them together. They play off of each other. But as we were developing, we wanted players to.
Well, the PC version for Black Ops 6 is 102 gigabytes, and for the console itself for Xbox is 86. Well, close to 87 gigabytes on Xbox.
Great, and then you're like, hey, let's do MP. Go to MP. Done with MP. Let's go to zombies. Done with zombies. Let's go to MP. Done with MP. Go to DOA. It just keeps going.
There's no game in the world that you could co-op
Yeah,
the whole thing.
I was running out of fingers.
It's not a co-op podcast.
Exciting.
I was here.
I was like all the ways.
No, I love it personally because I'm a single player girly.
Yeah.
And so I can get intimidated by some of these other spaces, but I'm so excited by co-op because being able to explore with friends and it's sort of this entry, you know, into the multiplayer world. And then, you know, maybe once I get built up a little bit, maybe once I go through endgame, maybe
I was going to say, you can't choose your family, but you can choose your co-op too.
That's true. I think you got it. Okay, now as promised, we're going to getting to the end of our time with you guys. So Endgame, finally, we've been talking about it, but I really want to dig into what the Endgame experience is for the Black Ops 7 campaign. Tell us what it's about.
Yeah. So this is really exciting. So we're bringing that innovative co-op campaign. Like we said, it's a linear experience. When you finish the co-op campaign, you're going to get a satisfying ending. And then, really, we think about it as this final proving ground, but we've been talking about it almost as an epilogue. Is if you want to go into Endgame, you can. I know there's been talks about it. It's optional, but it's in there and it's addictive. So you get in there, squad of 4, 32 players are in Avalon with you, 8 squads, right? And it's about getting in and surviving. That is the key. And it really unlocks everything. All of Avalon. You can now choose your operator. You can build your loadout. You can bring in all the abilities that you've been taught over the campaign. And it's about surviving and pushing into the harder regions. And it's really hard. And it's really fun. And you're going to meet some really crazy, twisted things. And then it's about getting your operator power up. You're going to get progressively more powerful. And you want to survive to the end to keep some of the cool skills you might have gotten all the way.
So that's your combat ratings.
That's
you
your
are
combat,
unlocking skills and abilities as you level up your operator. What happens to my operator if
you don't survive? Yeah, so there are consequences if you don't. You will lose some of those skills that you brought in, and it's a really satisfying, I want to say, simplified approach to this sort of almost road life. You know, for us, it's pulling the legacy of zombies, right, which is a social storytelling of survivability, right? We've been doing that a long time. Outbreak, RDC, yeah. So this brings all that sort of energy into this more accessible approach, which is really, really exciting.
That's really exciting. I'm so excited for Endgame.
It's super.
We're going to be talking a lot about it.
We'll be playtesting it, and everyone's like, okay, we're done. One more run.
I'm one of those players. I always do camping first. Camping first every time, but now I'm worried that with Endgame, I'm never gonna leave. I'm just stuck. I'm just trapped. I can't get out.
Well, like I said yesterday, I will buy Black Ops 7. You know, just to get that Xbox Anywhere, so I can also play it off of my handheld once I get it. So technically, so technically I'll have the handheld before Black Ops 7 comes out. So that's gonna be fun, playing it on my bed. So technically, I don't have to turn on my TV. And plus, I did heard that Asus and Xbox will release like a dock for the Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X. So that's gonna be fun to plug my handheld PC onto the living room TV. Yeah. It's that program it has been great. You know, I see some of the games that I have purchased on the Xbox app, and it's a good feature to have. You just buy it once off of the Xbox store, and if you have the app, you can play your games off of the app.
Because he's got that old man energy. He was an elite operator, and I feel like he could be like one more rep. I can't do it. One more. There it is.
I saw a post recently that was just like, if you see Troy Marshall show up at anything, he's Aura farming.
Oh,
and I was like,
oh,
that is
yeah.
correct. That
Oh,
is,
yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
what's up.
It's got good stories too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
So
Special edition of the Call of Duty podcast, live on the Xbox broadcast. I know we're gonna be chanting. We're probably gonna get kicked out. But it's like so great to have you guys here. Congratulations on the reveal of Black Ops 7, especially to all the teams in the studios, the Treyarch, the
Shout out to everyone.
So much work and love getting poured into this game.
Yeah, we're really happy rooms and the teams and everyone that's been building it. And the fans,
Yeah.
you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
Fans, come on in.
we should have that full integration. Once the handheld's out, because it's the UI is still in beta testing. For those who are in the what was it, the Xbox preview, and yeah, we should have the full integration with the Xbox PC app.
Tons of work going into it. It's a lot of content. A lot of exciting things we haven't.
So the handheld will be ready to go. I mean, it's being tested right now on the show floor as we speak.
Meeting the Call of Duty fans here, seeing so many like-minded people who are passionate about video games in one place, especially here at Xbox, has been awesome. And I just want to give a special shout out to the CodPod squad, the CodPod team. Thank you. Xbox broadcast team, thank you for inviting us. We promise if you invite us back, we'll behave.
Well, we'll have a good time.
We'll have a good time.
We'll have a good time. But yeah, more Black Ops 6 news coming real soon. That's right, folks. Call of Duty Next is around the corner, September 30th. We'll have streamers and content creators around the world crammed into one location.
It's okay. I'm not gonna stream that.
Multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone.
And our
I mean, we got the full detail right now, so we're good. Oh, there it is.
Early access October 2nd to the 5th, with the open beta October 5th through the 8th. And of course, we'll see all of you when Black Ops 7 launches on November 14th.
It's in the calendar. It's 100% in the calendar. Let's find everything we talked about today on the next episode.
So day one purchase for me.
Like, subscribe, wherever you get your podcasts, whether it be Apple, YouTube, Spotify,
Even though I could access the Game Pass on PC, I would like for once to buy a Call of Duty. I have not bought a Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 2 and 3 came out. Yeah.
Charlie, take it away.
Thanks, Miles. How cool is that to have the COD on the team? Fantastic. So, today we have learned a ton about new games, what exclusive live reveals, never before seen gameplay footage, and an important new chapters to existing franchises like, I don't know, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, perhaps, Lego, Tropico, Invincible, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. The list has.
No, I'm talking about the remakes. I did bought the originals back then too, but they were on disc at the time.
Oh, it's been fantastic, Charlie. Thanks. Like you say, though, we're almost done with day one. In case you lost track, that makes over a dozen games today that are Xbox Play Anywhere, seamlessly transferring your gaming experience from PC to console to handheld and back again. We'll be showing off even more fresh gameplay tomorrow, dropping trailers and continuing to stack up those Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Game Pass rosters. We're going to have updates. Lego Batman, At Fate 10, Silent Hill F, Overwatch 2, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Ninja Gaiden 4, and much more. We might even have a few more fun surprises up our sleeve too. Speaking, it's going to be a rich full day of all the news, big and small, from the world's largest games convention, Gamescom. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, new games. Cheers.
Well, everyone, that's the end of day one of Gamescom. I will do the next broadcasting tomorrow, early in the morning, 6 a.m. Pacific time. I'm happy that what we got to see, the ones that I'm excited about, was of course the handheld, Final Fantasy 7, of course Call of Duty, and
I'm just glad to see more games are being detailed in this showcase, and I will do it again tomorrow morning. Um, and yeah, so without further ado, guys, thank you all for coming. Leave a like on this video, share this out with your family, personal friends. Subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna just stream for a bit of gameplay when I get back from the barbershop. Um, so yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Have a good rest of your Wednesdays. Take care, everyone.